in the morning. I'm your host, the Ranting Monkey, and I should probably be in bed. Uh, I think this is Friday. I'm pretty sure if I have my days correct, which I don't often, but I think it's Friday for all of you who have that Monday through Friday schedule that you like. The very few of us are actually lucky enough to get when you have a real job. Back when I had a real job, man, I pretty much none of my working career was spent Monday through Friday. I'm not complaining. It was okay, but it always did make me, people like, yeah, it's Friday. I'm like, I don't care. I'll look forward to Tuesday when I have 2 days off. I was doing something. Least professional monkey on the internet. Oh, that's what I meant to do. I needed to pop out chat because if I don't pop out the YouTube chat, I can't always see what you guys are saying for some weird reason that goes on with the StreamYards here. But I'm just getting that while I'm trying to get stuff together. We got some stuff to talk about tonight. There's some stupidity in the world that I was dealing with today, and y'all know how I like my stupidity in the world. It's what I live for, and what I find so much of on the old Twitter machine. Let's see. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this done, and unfortunately, got to go through like 4 windows now to get your own goddamn video. There we are. All right, now I can close that shit up. There we go. So, should we start with the title? Should we start with the title? Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not? Splinter. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the publication. In the time I've been on the internet, the only thing I ever read from Splinter that I agreed with was their what's the word I'm looking for here? Hatred of the Krasenstein brothers. They absolutely hated them. And I agreed with them on that because they were right. They were like, yes, these people suck. Mata just called me a liar, and I'm not sure why. That's cool. But Splinter is a far, far, far left rag. They hated the Krasensteins because they considered them to be, well, grifters because they are, and they didn't believe they were really in the cause for the cause. They thought they were usurping their holy quest. I don't know. They really you said you were going to bed. Oh, well, yeah. Welcome to my world. Splinter's mad because New York is killing rats. Seriously, they are mad because New York is killing rats. New York has found a new way to kill rats. What they do is they put them into they have a trap that when the rat goes in there, they fall into a solution of alcohol, because it appears that rats won't go somewhere if they smell a dead rat. It helps them sense danger, but they will follow a urine trail right into a trap that they can't smell dead rats in. So they did this, and they actually ended up killing like 90 rats. And Splinter is pissed. They're like, "How dare you kill the rats? How dare you? Those are human beings." Sorry, that they didn't actually say they're human beings. What did they actually say? Their Twitter post says, "Join us in being traumatized by Brooklyn's disgusting new way of killing rats." Yeah, their disgusting new way of killing rats. It's not like they're chopping off their heads or putting them through a blender or something. They're drowning the little shits. Rats are not good. You realize that, right? They're not good for civilization. They spread disease, Black Plague kind of stuff. Rats, dirty, nasty things that shit and piss everywhere. Rats. That's what they're upset about. And they actually end their article like this, and I'm not kidding. It says, "Rats in New York, forget about it." Am I right? Like you're supposed to be like, "Oh yeah, there's supposed to be rats here." No. There are rats there because of how many people are there and how nasty the fucking place is. But there's not supposed to be rats there. Rats are nasty, vile, disgusting, disease-spreading vermin. Kill them. There's nothing wrong with doing it. 91 didn't even make a dent in their population. I know, right? There's tons of them. They're also mad because apparently Bill de Blasio went and saw a rat gassing. In the spring of 2018, de Blasio visited the troops on the front lines of the ongoing rodent wars, where he grinned from ear to ear as an entire borough was gassed to death before his very eyes. Dun, dun, dun. I was like, fuck, are you serious? That's what you're mad about. And we're going to get to another Splinter article in a couple of minutes because they were just running on all cylinders today, man. Running on all cylinders. Thank you, X Bubba Hotep, who says Master Splinter's just looking out for his brothers, right? Splinter, for those of you guys who remember the publication and YouTube channel Fusion, Splintered off of that place. That's where they came from. They were originally part of all of that that group that had things like the Root and all that. I don't know if they still are. Let's see. They are part of a group that includes the AV Club, Deadspin, Gizmodo, Jalopnik, I don't know, Jezebel, Kotaku, Lifehacker, The Root, Splinter, and The Takeout. That's the group. And they're a bunch of fucking morons. And it shows. They're actually upset about rats being killed. Like, I mean, if that's the molehill you want to die on, I guess that's it. The other one today from Leftist Root. Hang on, I have to delete a couple of things on my YouTube or my Twitter. There you go. I delete old streams as they've passed so that my timeline doesn't get clogged up with streams as often as I fucking do them. Jesus, man, my mouth won't even work. God damn. It's going to be one of those, guys. It's going to be one of those. Where's the other one? The title of the article is, I did not know it was possible for a show to be this stupid. And I was like, wow, what are they upset about? And you can see in the tweet that they're talking about, well, at least it looks like they're talking about Jack Ryan, because there's a picture of the dude. I don't know his name, the guy who played Jim on The Office. And by the way, they say that in here, but that's always what I know him as, is Jim from The Office. The dude who looks like he'd fit in a live action Disney Goofy movie. What the hell's his name? I don't know. Anyway, he's in a helicopter flying, holding some kind of military weapon. So I'm like, they must be talking about Jack Ryan, because I know he's in that show. And yeah, they're talking about Jack Ryan. And I didn't know it was possible for a show to be this stupid. You don't know what they're mad about? They're mad because they don't think that this fictional show is very realistic. And not just that it's not realistic because, you know, maybe the military scenes aren't right or something like, no. They're mad because in the show, and according to the trailer at least, we find out that Venezuela has somehow gotten their hands on some nukes sold to them, in Splinter's guess, by Russia. I don't think they actually said, but they're upset that a fictional show isn't realistic enough because of the enemy. I was like, what? You wrote about this? Did you have a deadline and you're just like, fuck, I have to write something. Folks, we got a real stupid one here. Jim from The Office is now in an Amazon show called Jack Ryan, based on those Tom Clancy books. And in the second season, he is fighting. Well, just watch the trailer and see for yourself. I'll throw the link to the article in here for you, so you guys can see the trailer if you'd like. A nuclear Venezuela. You won't hear about this in the news because we'll already be dead. Jack Ryan says in the trailer. Yeah, that's right. Jack Ryan is going up against the terrifying threat of a nuclear-armed Venezuela. Oh yeah, yes, okay. They the great part of this is the final paragraph. Have you tweeted the show yet? Oh no, I didn't think to. It says this is so very intergalactically absurd, like on a level that will turn your brain into a smoothie, that it is almost beyond comprehension. They're not talking about their own writing here. They're not talking about the fact that they just spent like 200 words bitching about a fake TV show not being real. It's not irony. What's the word that I'm looking for here? Oblivious. That's the word. They are fucking oblivious. Just absolutely. So yeah, those were the two articles from them I saw today. And I do follow them because I follow a lot of shit that make you guys go, why would you read that? No, because I have to have things to talk about. And boy, did they deliver. They gave us, oh my God, New York is killing rats. And oh my God, there's a fictional TV show that's fictional. Thank you, Mighty Balzac. Serious cracks are developing in the Greco-Bolivian alliance. Oh, I can't. I used to like to respond to Fusion videos because they did some really stupid shit. And then Splinter came along and I always wanted to respond to theirs. I don't know if I ever did. But the problem with Splinter was most of their videos were pretty much like this article, because that's not a very long article if you went and looked at it. It's maybe, 250? I don't even know if it's that many words. And that's what they do. They say really stupid things in a really short time frame. It's like, all right, if that's what you really want to do, you do you, boo. Let's see what's next. Because I know I had lots of stupid today. Those were just two short ones from Splinter because, well, I like to get things off with a little humor, a little fun, poking some fun at the dummies. And oh my God, are there a lot of dummies, man? Bernie Sanders. He's another one I follow, ironically. Not that it's ironic that I follow him. I follow him ironically. I follow him. I hate follow. Except I don't actually hate the man. I think he's a moron. But excuse me, I didn't get to coin the phrase. It says ways you can lose health coverage under our corporate run system. Change jobs, turn 26. By the way, your corporate run system where you can turn 26, Bernie, is because of Obamacare, Bernie. It used to be when you became an adult at 18, like normal people. Anyway, move to another state, have a pre-existing condition, start a business, get laid off, get divorced, retire early. And he says ways you can lose healthcare coverage under Medicare for all, and he just left it blank. Like, unless you die waiting for healthcare, that does happen. But then well, let's do this one first. He also was this is from an article. Senator Bernie Sanders was asked if he'd make curbing population control through birth control a key part of his climate plan. The planet cannot sustain this growth, the voter said while asking the question. Sanders said he would and turned the conversation to women's rights. So Bernie's going to help keep the climate cool through abortion and condoms. But then my favorite from Bernie today was him saying, people ask me if investing in averting the climate crisis is realistic. I say, is it realistic to ignore science? Is it realistic to stand and watch the planet be destroyed by greedy fossil fuel companies? Is it realistic to leave behind a planet that isn't habitable? Yes. Yes. Those are all possible. Those are all realistic, Bernie. All three of those things realistically could happen. You could realistically ignore science. You could realistically watch the planet get destroyed by greedy fossil fuel companies and leave behind a planet that isn't habitable. All of those things are absolutely realistic. They're not smart, but they're realistic. Now, Bernie, what you're telling us is that when people ask you if your investment is realistic, instead of actually answering the question, you just throw horror scenarios at them that absolutely are realistic by your own vision. By your own vision, that's absolutely what will happen. See, Bernie, when people are asking you that, they're going, "Hey, crazy old man, is spending ourselves into oblivion going to stop the apocalypse? Is that actually going to work?" That's something you should have an answer for, dipshit. An answer before, what about if we don't? Because here's the thing, look, there's a whole lot of bad plans. There's a whole lot of bad plans out there, man. Thank you, Mighty Balzac. Surely handing out condoms would heat things up. You would think. I guess it depends on where you're at. I mean, yeah, you know, if you're doing that in say a college these days, it'd probably just be like, "What is this for? My penis? What's that?" Anyway, yeah, you would think so, but no, that's going to help cool the planet. Bernie, you have to have a plan, and it has to be a realistic plan. You can't just say, "I'm going to fix everything by throwing all the money in the world at it." Like, well, will it even work? Will it even work? How about starting with that? And then after that, go, okay, can we afford to do that? And if your answer is, can we afford not to? That's not an answer. That's not an answer. Can we afford to pay the house bill? Well, can we afford not to? Well, yeah, but we don't. Do we have enough money to pay it or not, dumbass? That's what I'm asking you. No, it'd be better if we don't have to go live on the street. But if we don't have the money to pay it, we don't have the money to pay it. And that's what I'm asking you, dipshit. Is it realistic to pay the mortgage? But yeah, this little fucker. And it's become their rallying cry. Anytime somebody asks them a hard question, can we afford not to? They deflect. It's all deflection now. They were genuinely asked questions during the debate and actually responded with, "That's a Republican talking point." Because Kamala Harris was asked a question. Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Bernie can't have a plan. AOC is already the boss. Well, she said she's only the boss if you don't have a plan. So if you have a plan, she's not necessarily the boss. You got to keep that in mind. She's only the boss because no one else has a plan. That was her her argument there. Excuse me. Yeah, so her argument was that, yeah, nobody else has a plan, so she's the boss because she did have one. Had a little argument about, well, I didn't even really have an argument about it. Just I responded to Matt Walsh because he's worried about people wearing, well, he's not really worried about it. He just thinks if you wear a hip holster for open carry, if you open carry a gun, you're really just an immature idiot who thinks firearms are fashion accessories. He doesn't care if businesses ban open carry in their stores, and neither do I. I mean, it's their store. But then if businesses ban open carry, the policy only affects a small handful of immature idiots who think firearms are fashion accessories. No big deal. Again, I don't mind if stores do it. It's their private property. But to dismiss it as that because you're a fucking coward who sees a gun and your balls jump up into your belly, Matt, is fucking immature yourself. Especially when you then turn around and blame it on, oh, they must be immature. They must just be trying to be being manly. Matt Walsh, you're okay on some stuff, But a whole lot of the time, you're a dumb fuck. Just an incredibly dumb fuck. A cowardly dumb fuck at that. At least come out and say it, Matt. Come out and say, when I see a gun, man, my legs quiver like a woman in the presence of Bill Clinton. I'm just scared. Don't try to put your fear onto other people and make it about them. Yeah, because if you're afraid when you see somebody open carrying, that's just dumb. Because for all you know, everybody else around you is packing. Everybody else around you could be concealed carry. And you're worried about the one you can see. Who's Matt Walsh? He works for Ben Shapiro. He works over there at the Daily Caller, I believe. I think that's where that idiot's from. And see, writer, speaker, husband, father of three, host of the Matt Walsh Show, theocratic fascist. I don't know if he still works for Ben. I think he used to, maybe then. But yeah, he's a rhino over on the Twitter. Well, a Sino, conservative in name only. And he's a giant pussy on a whole bunch of stuff, man. But yeah, concealed carry everywhere. Look, even in states where concealed carry is not legal, you don't know somebody's concealed carrying unless you see it, in which case it's not concealed. That's why I don't understand concealed carry laws. They make no fucking sense. Like, look, you can only carry a gun. You can only, conceal carry a gun when we tell you can. Like, how are you going to know? How are you going to know? And then you only get in trouble, if you are caught with it. But I mean, everybody around in that state could have it. Only the ones who get stopped for something else or even found, Carla says, I love Ben. I like Ben. I think Ben's wrong on a few things. His take on the Michael Jackson thing was really fucking stupid. And even if he never mind. Ben sometimes gets it wrong like everybody does. I don't have a unfailing devotion to him. I think he gets a lot of shit from the left that he doesn't deserve. But old Matt, man, he's had some hot takes lately. I was arguing with that. Well, I didn't get to. He won't argue with little people. He doesn't argue with the little people. I responded to stupid shit he said just the other day. Excuse me. Yeah, he's been annoying me lately. Pat Sajak came out and said that hot dog stands should post a list of those who ask for ketchup on their hot dogs because he doesn't like ketchup on hot dogs. He was joking, of course. But for those of you out there who don't like ketchup on your hot dog or otherwise, try ranch dressing instead. It's very, very good, but only with Hidden Valley. Don't use that Kraft shit. That's not real ranch. That's we're not allowed to use their recipe, so we're going to make something kind of similar to it and call it that and hope people don't notice. The biggest argument I had today was over e-cigarettes, over vaping. You see, they found out today that the person who died from vaping, because they finally got that dead body, y'all. They've been waiting for it. They found out that person died because there was an additive in their vape juice. They were using cannabis vape juice. They were basically using it as a bong. At that point, isn't it a bong? If you're using a marijuana vape, I feel like that's just a really high-tech bong. Anyway, the cannabis that they were using, somehow this strain of marijuana has an additive that is it's what is it? Vitamin E oxalate or something like that. I forget the exact name. But they had some people get really sick just smoking dope, just smoking marijuana in New York. I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago. But it turns out that exact same strain, that exact same problem happened with this vape juice that these people got a hold of. Whether they made it themselves or they got it from a shoddy dealer or whatever, The problem with it is this vitamin E stuff. You can ingest it, you can put it on your skin, and no problem at all. But if you breathe it in, it will fuck your lungs up. It will absolutely destroy them. They're putting the vitamin E in the carts to make it thicker. Oh yeah, you're talking about, yeah, if that's what the people are doing. The problem is, even if you say that's what they do it for, there's no reason that the marijuana itself that had the same problem, you're not going to make a joint thicker by putting vitamin E in it. My bet would be there's something wrong with that strain. Either way, it's not vaping that was the problem. It's not vaping at all that was the problem. But there's a lot of people who came out and defended, look, vaping should have to go away. Vaping should have to go away. And nobody gave me a good reason other than, at least I would have been more, what's the word I'm looking for? Receptive, if I thought they were being honest. If they just came out and said, look, I don't like vaping. Okay, that's fine. You don't have to like vaping. I don't like vaping, so nobody should be able to do it. I'll disagree with you, but at least you told me the real reason. When you fall back on for the children, that's when I have a problem, and a lot of people did. A lot of people did. I actually had somebody repeat what Michigan said, because Michigan banned all non-tobacco flavored vape. So the only flavor you can get is tobacco. But normally, you can get tobacco and menthol, in a cigarette. No. Only tobacco, which, by the way, you can put vitamin E in that if you wanted. Don't do it, because it's a death sentence, but or at the very least will make you incredibly ill. But it's not the vaping, it's that. And but this person repeated back to me, they're trying to market to kids by making fruity flavors, by making candy flavors. And like, no, stop it. Just stop it. I'm tired of hearing that goddamn line. Tired of hearing that fucking line. There's all kinds of stuff marketed to adults that is fruit flavored, from mixed drinks to just the alcohol you buy in a bottle. Nobody's out there suggesting that peach pucker is being marketed to 5-year-olds or 10-year-olds or whoever they think that cotton candy vape is being marketed to. It's an asinine argument. It's a dumbass argument that's like, well, this way I don't actually have to think of a reason. There's all kinds of stuff that is meant for adults that is fruit flavored, or they tried to pull that with Joe Camel. They're doing it for kids. There were a lot of adults who liked Joe Camel. And then they found, memos like, no, it's for kids. No, it was for 16-year-olds. And at the time, 16-year-olds were allowed to smoke. Anyhow, so I got in that argument. But the other side of it is, even if you don't think kids should have something, what we do is we ban kids from having it. We don't ban everyone from having it, because that's stupid. You don't ban adults from things that kids can't do. I'll give you an example. Liquor, guns, sex with adults. Those are all things kids aren't allowed to do that adults are, because they're fucking adults. We don't build our society based on, we got to make sure it's safe for the kids. When what you're really saying is, I don't like this thing, so I'm going to hide behind fucking kids because I can't think of a better fucking argument. Now, I had this argument with a friend of mine, and if you're out there listening, I apologize if that seems harsh, but I don't buy the for the kids argument. I think it's a bunch of bullshit. I think it was bullshit when the Clintons pulled the it's for the kids nonsense all the time. I don't believe it's actually for the kids. I think it's, I don't like this, so it's got to go away. And if you just say that, I'll disagree with you, but at least I won't look at you like you're lying to me. because it makes no sense. It makes no sense to ban things because kids might get a hold of them. We're going to ban it from all society because kids might use them. That's it's not how we run things. We're adults, they're children. We tell them no. And yes, children will still get a hold of stuff that they're not supposed to have because that's what kids do. It's what they've always done. But we limit it. We make it as hard as we can for them to get it. What we don't do is take it away from grown fucking adults. Thank you, James Colley. So we should get kids maps. I will go sit in the corner now. You go do that. This one really annoyed me, man. It really annoyed me. I'm tired of that for the children shit. And I thought it was dead. It had gone away for a while, and it seems to be making a comeback. We have to do everything for the fucking kids. Look, no, that's not how things work. We make things as safe and as safe as we can, and we keep it away from them as best we can. But yeah, we still let adults be adults. Let them make their own goddamn decisions. Because what you're really saying is you want to turn everybody into a kid. Got to turn everybody into them and save them from themselves. That's what we're doing here. For the record, I did a poll based on this. The poll was, if you're an adult who vapes, which flavor do you choose? And I did this because I know a lot of people who vape, and I don't know a single fucking one who uses tobacco flavored vape. Everyone I know uses some kind of candy flavor. A cherry, a cotton candy, mango, all kinds of fruit flavory goodness. So I asked this question, and there's about an hour left with 545 votes. Tobacco flavor has 16%. That actually surprised me. But 84% voted literally anything else. And I said literally anything else because I didn't want to just go with candy flavor. Because like here in Michigan, again, they banned mint and menthol. Apparently they don't want the black kids out there vaping. And yes, I reused that joke. It's okay. It's my joke. I can do that. But yeah, I'm so tired of for the children. We talked about that one yesterday, but that one's still annoying me. The South Park thing from yesterday is still annoying me. If you guys haven't seen that, there's an article from Vice that South Park basically gave us the alt-right, man. It's a fucking stupid article that says, if you let people say what they want to say, it's going to lead to bad things. I wish I was kidding. I think that's all the things that pissed me off on Twitter today. I do want to address the Sofane thing, because Sofane and Satsu got into it a little bit today, and let's see if I can find that argument. This one. Sorry, hang on. I got to get back to the original thing from Sofane, because the other day, we'll go over this one more time. ContraPoints got run off of Twitter by lefties. Thank you, James Colley. Remember, vaping is like blowing robot PP who uses flavorless lubes to go down on partners. James, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm okay with it. Anyway, so ContraPoints got run off of Twitter because she suggested that it's uncomfortable for people who pass for female or male, depending on which trans they are, to have to constantly deal with pronouns. And reading through the threads that from this, I never even thought about this. But a lot of trans people who do pass, apparently they have a problem with the idea that they have to give their pronouns all the time because it seems invalidating to them. At least that's as the way I understood it. But then you had the non-binaries. The NBs. The fucking NBs. Oof. These people, first of all, they don't really exist. I don't care what anybody tells you. Non-binary is fucking retarded. That is some made-up bullshit that does not really exist. So basically, ContraPoints was run off of Twitter by mean Santa Claus. But these fucking NBs, they were mad. They're like, wait, what? Why should your discomfort matter? We need everybody to know what we are all seconds of all days. All seconds of all days, man. We need that personal validation. And it got to be so much that Contra, who apparently has been dealing with these NB morons for, I'm going to steal that, and no one, NB-tards. These NB-tards have been giving her shit for a long time. And so she finally got fed up with it. She's like, all right, I'm done. And so she left Twitter. The way I found out about this. Hi, Jack.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
You.
Okay, so the way I found out about this was that Sofane had put out a tweet about how fucked up it was that Contra got run off of Twitter. And you know what? I know I still have that somewhere. Hang on. Let me go to that. Because I don't want to be putting any words in anybody's mouth here. I want to get this one right. Because again, Fane is a friend of mine, but what happened here is just like, what the hell happened? I don't understand how this. Well, I do, and we'll get to that in a second, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense the way that it went down. Where is it at? Sorry, guys, I'm digging back because this is from yesterday, and it's not one that I retweeted. Here it is. Is this it? Yes. Okay. It says, so ContraPoints deleted her Twitter, not because of the usual dickheads on the right, but because the left is full of judgmental assholes that don't give a shit about coalition building. Now, maybe it's just me, but that sounds like lefties attack their own.
Absolutely.
Am I being in any way uncharitable in that assessment?
No, because that's what they do. They don't form a cohesive group and try and focus on the things they agree on. Instead, it's a matter of who's better than who.
Right.
I'm more oppressed than you are. You need to give me the microphone.
And I don't disagree with you there, but I'm talking specifically about Fane's statement. Hang on just a second. Darkshade, thank you. NBs sound like envies, as in they're very envious of something or someone. You know what? It's probably more right to call them envies. But I just want to read his statement again. Tell me if I'm being uncharitable. So ContraPoints deleted her Twitter, not because of the usual dickheads on the right, but because the left is full of judgmental assholes that don't give a shit about coalition building. Now, my reading of this is that the left attacked their own. And that's all I'm saying about it. I'm not going any further than that. Is that a charitable reading of what's said there?
Yeah, it sounds exactly like what he said. Just
all right. And I'm not correcting you there, Jack, but this is very important to get that part down.
Okay.
Because what he said today was this. Carla Spears, thank you so much for the donation. There's no message there, guys, so I'm not just ignoring the thing. Now the right and the internet centrics, trademark, want to use the ContraPoint situation to validate the tired old narratives that they've been pushing for years. How about you guys fuck right off, you fucking vultures? Now, the narrative he's talking about is what you just said there, Jack. The one that I stopped you on. About
getting ahead of the story, huh?
Right. About the left eating their own. About them always eating their own. I don't feel that by his own fucking original statement, he's saying the left ate their own. Am I wrong?
No, that's what he said. That's what I got out of it.
So the problem is that the right is pointing out that they've been right?
Yes, because the right's not allowed to be correct. See, there's a lot of internal conflict within a lot of leftists. They know that they don't work together very well, but the right is still the greater enemy. So even though they won't work together, they will individually just point fingers at the right, because the right wing always pounces. So it's always somehow their fault. It's never a self-analysis. It's always, let's find somebody to blame. There seems to be a lot of problems with people not taking responsibility for their lack of cooperation on the left.
I don't feel anybody's being a vulture by pointing out reality.
No, but they have to paint somebody as the enemy. And the fact that you pointed out a problem means that you are the enemy because you're raising awareness of the actual problem. It doesn't have to make sense. It's just the methodology being taught is, well, we don't make mistakes, therefore you're pouncing. That's how we got things like my truth. It's not the truth, it's my truth.
Oh, Carl, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you there, Jack, or interrupt this train of thought. We will stay on it. But Carla, she said, no problem. Donated $50 last night this morning. How do I donate to Polly so he can have some bread with his French fries or with his French pressed coffee? When I read French, I just go to fries. I think that might be an indication of my eating habits. Polly, do you have what's it called? Streamlabs yet? I know he was getting one. I don't know if he's actually got it set up yet.
Why isn't Polly in here?
I don't know. Everybody's yelling at me for that. The link's there.
Yeah, you just sent that out, to be fair.
No, but they've been yelling at me since you've been here.
Oh, well, I was eating breakfast, so
you guys get the link at the same time.
Yeah, I figured.
Expo Hotep, thank you. Did you forget to link Polly? No, I didn't. But Carla, did I answer your questions satisfactorily? Because if not, one, I want to talk about it anyway. But I hope I answered your question. She dropped a 50 on me at the end of the show last night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was very awesome. But she had some questions she wanted answered, and there was only 2 minutes left in Lords of the Night. So hit me on Twitter. So I hope I answered him. If not, we will go into it here in just a few minutes. But I hope I did. But back to this, yeah. The right has been all over this. Of course they have, because it's an example of what they've been talking about all the fucking long. All along. That's what the left eats its own. I get you being upset that the left gave them a reason to use it, but you're upset at the wrong people.
That's just it. That's how they eat their own. They sit there and point fingers instead of addressing the situation. And somebody had an issue with ContraPoints. They didn't say, let's focus on working on what we agree on, and we'll agree to disagree on this other thing. No, but they do the same thing to the right wing, and now this is just more of the same. They're not fixing anything. What's up, Polly?
Hello.
Hi, Polly. You got me in trouble.
Well, you see this sad little otter in the blanket? There's a reason it works. I'm sitting there in chat. Hit refresh over and over. No one cares.
No, I forgot to link. I don't think I still haven't remembered to tweet this damn thing out. Have I tweeted out the stream?
I don't think you did. I know Quippers United did.
No, I still haven't even linked out the stream. So sometimes I forget. And it's been a while since I forgot to throw the link at the beginning. I haven't done that in, God, a month and a half at least.
Oh, at least, yeah.
I'm allowed one fuck up, guys. And but anyway, he had the link when you guys have been yelling at me for the last 5 minutes.
That's not true.
That is absolutely true.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I kept hitting not like every 2 seconds, but I was like refresh. And then I waited 2 minutes and nothing, no new messages.
Hang on.
And then eventually it did. I don't know. It took a while to show up, I guess.
I got it at 3:03, so 10 minutes ago.
I literally there's a group with the 3 of us in it that I send the link to. When Jack got it, it was sent to you. So Maybe Twitter just doesn't like it. It wasn't me.
You know what I blame is Polly's garbage computer.
Probably.
That's what I blame.
How do you know it's not my garbage internet connection? You don't know.
It could be that.
Well, it could be a conspiracy by both of them.
No, you know what I think it is? Well, I don't want to ruin your channel, Monkey, but I got some harsh opinions about the Prophet Muhammad, man, and I've been cracking some jokes, and I don't know. I think the internet caliphate's catching up with me or something.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I don't care. You can make the jokes.
But I mean, they're kind of, well, they're Comedy Central jokes, right? I'm totally being serious, unless, of course, you take issue with it. Then I was kidding. And it's like, oh, so you're telling jokes. What, you don't think this is serious? Oh, so you are being serious. No, I'm just telling jokes. Like, Comedy Central approach.
Yeah.
The
Stewart method, I think that's called.
Yeah, remember, this show is for entertainment purposes only. That gets us out of everything.
Yeah, and if you're taking advice from us, well, whose fault is that?
This show is listed in comedy. It's not listed as news. So if you take it serious, that's on you. That I don't have a problem. We're telling jokes here.
Every time you say that, I wonder what the hell my channel's listed under. I don't even know.
Oh, you should find out, man.
I probably should.
I don't know if. Oh, you know what? I think I can. Can I see that? I don't know.
You probably isn't it under like every video? Can't I just go right now and look?
Oh, it should be for you. I don't know if it is for me looking at yours.
I think it is, in case you want to find similar content, like back when stuff like that mattered and YouTube just didn't shove down your throat whatever they wanted you to watch. You know what I'm saying?
It still kind of matters, but just not very much.
I just came back. Was Paulie talking about Sofane? No,
he hasn't. We were talking about Sofane before he got here.
But real quick though, oh, man, I love all the people in chat that are like, "Where's Paulie? Link the otter." That's awesome. You guys are awesome. And then Pete's like, "Okay, now that Paulie's on, hashtag kick Paulie." What the fuck? Jesus Christ!
Is yours listed as entertainment?
I don't know. Is it?
I don't know. I have to look at one of mine to see. Hang on a second.
You need to have Pete back on, Monkey.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, Pete's cool.
Pete, are you available this weekend, man? We'll bring you on. Absolutely. I love Pete.
Evolved Potato says I'm listed as people and blogs. Huh.
Oh, wow.
You're not even a people. You're an otter.
Yeah,
wait.
Oh, Monkey. We have a term to introduce to you.
Time out.
All right.
We'll get there. Hold that thought.
All right.
Under my topics, because this isn't my category, but under topics, somehow it says lifestyle, sociology, and technology. The fuck channel have you been watching? I didn't put those there. Wow. Okay. Apparently I'm a sociology channel.
I don't even get how those three things like I could force a video to cover those three topics, but it wouldn't happen naturally. You know what I mean?
No, right. No, you do a makeup channel for cyborgs. That's how that happens.
Jack solved it. Hi, Poppy. How you doing, sweetheart?
Oh,
hi, Vanilla Bear.
And Vanilla Bear's here. Hey, Vanilla Bear. Pop-Tart she works the hardest hours. She's like the hardest working lady out there. And I get like these messages at like 6 or 7 a.m. going, Ploy, are you awake? I just got home from work. Are you awake?
So you said you had a term to introduce me to?
That's right. Blogurnalist.
Blogurnalist.
Mm-hmm.
That's gay sounding.
Yes. And it sounds awful, right? Like it's a terrible word to say. And that's the news entertainers, these people who write these articles that are awful, the grammar sucks. Scribe's going to love this. It looks like, and they're coming completely from a perspective of here's my feelings and here's what I think about the world, but they consider themselves to be a journalist. But what they're writing 5 years ago would have been able to be found only in some dark corner of the internet on some idiot's personal blog. They're blogging. Yeah, how many news articles and so-called op-eds in major newspapers? Well, like on their websites. This is a personal screed. This is a blog post. But yet you think you're a journalist. No, they're a blogurnalist.
Yeah, so Don Lemon can earn that new title, like I cracked on Wednesday, of worst blogurnalist of the year. But Assassin of the Gray came up with this, and we loved it, so we had to share.
It's a terrible sounding word. That's what we should call them.
It is. It is a horrible sounding word.
Yeah, because it sounds like some kind of weird bathroom activity. Like, oh, dude, I had the worst blog journalism going.
It wasn't my fault. Taco Bell usually never affects me like that, but I was blog journaling all over the place.
Yeah, it was so bad they had to send a cleanup crew in, and they found Don Lemon just standing there.
Both of the Splinter articles I read tonight would be covered by that.
Well, you heard about Don Lemon's Sharpie Gate?
Yes.
Yeah, that's blog journalism to me.
It is.
I think that term is just beautifully crafted, and I want to thank Assassin again for that. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. I was impressed. Blog journalism.
Excuse me. Thank you, James Polly. James Polly. God damn it. Thank you, James Colley. Polly is too posh for entertainment. He has more information. So maybe motivational speaking, considering hashtag Polly abuses Jack, hashtag Nerf doors for Jack, hashtag Polly makes Inquisitor watch, hashtag Polly dad judges monkey. I fucked that one up right from the start. Thank you so much, James.
I liked it.
I just saw Polly was the first word, so my brain went James Polly. Like, no, that's not
and that's right. How Monkey never got a donation from James again.
That's right. Sorry, James, and I do appreciate it. I really do.
You ever get your washer? You ever get your washing machine unbalanced in the load when you put it in?
Oh, of course.
So now it's circling and it's like smashing against the wall it's up against. It sounds like there's an 18th century strongman up there punching the wall.
Somebody doing laundry?
I am.
Oh.
I don't have a washing machine.
I do my laundry, Monkey.
James Colley, thank you so much. Says, now I am canceling my previous donation. Oh, I'm sorry.
Can you cancel a donation with a new donation? I didn't think that was a thing.
I like that he tried. I'm not. No, Pa, you just said up there. Is your washing machine on the second floor?
No. It's actually on the same floor I'm on right there. It sounds like it's coming from the ceiling. I guess it must be vibrating along the ceiling timbers. No, that's not right. Joists? Beams? Support beams? Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, James Colley, again, who says LOL. I am sorry I fucked that up. I really am.
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming like above and behind me, but I know it's on like.
Are you sure that's not a monster climbing on the ceiling? Like, look up. There might be a grudge monster up there. Some yokai coming for you.
James, if he's not my actual boss around here, he's very close. He's very kind in supporting this channel, and I really do appreciate it. And I apologize for calling you Polly.
And he's funny too.
What are you talking about? That's high praise. What are you apologizing for?
Well, see, that's the other thing. I'm like, if I apologize for calling him Polly, that sounds like I'm insulting Polly. But
but Polly doesn't give you money.
Exactly. Polly's here. He's not giving me money, so fuck Polly right now.
Called somebody Polly's like,
he called you Collie Dub.
Oh man. Oh fuck. And you know what, guys? I needed this. I love when you guys come around. I've had a rough evening, and it wasn't even for any real reason. But every time we get together, we have a laugh, and I enjoy that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. We're not done yet. I'm just thanking you because I'm being nice. I'm a nice person.
Dog backwards says, quit sitting on the washing machine. I know what you're getting at. That doesn't happen.
Women do that shit.
I heard that.
I knew a chick that really enjoyed doing that.
You can find videos.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I hear it's best in tight jeans.
Yeah, if you lower the one leg on the washer a little bit so that it purposely does the banging sound, it really adds some extra vibration to it. Just a little. Just like one or two turns. It's all it takes.
There's some science behind this, Polly.
Where are you getting the details from, though?
Women.
banged a chick on a washing machine once.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good answer, I guess.
Bearcock, thank you so much. Who do possums go to get smoking jackets? I want to pretend to be posh like Polly. Who do possums go to get smoking jackets? I missed a word there. I want to be posh like Polly. Do they smell them? God damn it.
We show up and you lose English.
No, I've been like this all fucking night.
Yeah?
Yeah. I should have went to bed instead of doing my game stream because I got really tired between Lords of the Night and when I started that. I was like, nope, I'm going to do this. I'm going to suck it up because I told people I would. And then his monkey having a stroke. No, I'm just tired. And starting to slur my words. And I haven't even drunk, man.
Yeah, you tell that ossifer how much you haven't been drinking.
Oh, God. I'm going to sit over here and do my best not to say stupid shit anymore.
I just got out of bed 2 hours ago, so... but I
know backwards ass time fucking frame is that? What do you...
What?
I had a sinus infection lately, so I've been sleeping a lot to try and kind of ride it out. And I went to bed around, I don't know, noon yesterday and just got up at 1:15 or something like that.
Speaking of drunk, let's take a sip for whenever monkey sleps up a word. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Not tonight, man. And Bearcock, thank you so much. Peasants, I need to stop using voice to text.
Instead of opossums was substituted for peasants.
Okay,
for peasants. That's messed up.
How did you say? Did you say possum like I've been saying words, or peasants like I've been saying words? Possum?
No, those speech detect things, they're like the pre-crime things. They just assume that they know what you're doing.
Yeah, but why would possums even fit in that sentence?
I don't think context matters to the text to speech. That's how Skynet will become live. It'll be like an emo teenager for a bit, and then it'll be on a murderous rampage.
You're not my real mom.
Yeah. You didn't really invent me. I'm self-aware. Fuck you.
Oh, man. I like when beautiful women follow me. I like when ugly women follow me, too. Don't get me wrong, but I like when beautiful women follow me. I'm kind of, what's the word? I'm an attention whore.
Oh,
yeah. Well, I was going to say self-involved, but okay, go full retard with it.
I'm self-involved. That's not wrong either.
But to answer Bearcock's question, if you really want a nice smoking jacket, go to Thailand. They do the best on-site tailoring for dirt cheap, and there's a lot of beautiful ladies around to keep you entertained while you wait.
Yeah, go to Thailand. Don't worry about that ticket cost. You'll get the thing dirt cheap.
Yeah. Well, you can't go to Thailand for sex tourism, monkey. That's illegal.
Oh, we're winking during that. I got you. Never mind. I'm sorry.
That's illegal.
That's illegal.
That's illegal. And there's a lot of cool Buddhist temples out there to tour. Like, honestly, there's some awesome stuff to see in Thailand. I just hope you can stand the heat because it fucking is hot there.
Otherwise, if you don't have the money to go to Thailand or you weren't planning to go there anyway, just go to the internet.
Yeah, that's the lazy way out. Whatever happened to the spirit of adventure, of going out and finding something? You'll appreciate it way more if you find it on your own or go obtain it on an adventure with beautiful Asian babies.
What?
Nothing.
The second part of that was a little weird, man.
No, it may have gotten a little personal. Sorry. There's nothing weird in what I said. Moving along.
What is happening?
As though somebody wants to keep me pissed off. Vaping illness is the scary new threat gripping smokers.
See, they've latched onto a new scary narrative.
Oh, okay. So, a number of, I'm not certain about this.
Aren't you?
No, I mean, hold on, there we go. Oops. Some people may or may not have been asking about this over time. I don't know. I kind of tune in and out, but people were asking if I had a Streamlabs.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
We'll share it with the peoples.
All right. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time copying that. Copy, come on, for Christ's sake. I don't think it wants me to tell you guys what my Streamlabs is. For Christ's sake, what the fuck
for
is
Christ's sake, Polly.
What's that? Jack?
I'm working on it.
Well, I'm trying to copy it right out of the fucking Streamlabs. Whatchamacallit. Look, copy. Go over here. Is it there? No, of course not. There. Motherfucking cocksucker. How long did that take? There. The long and awaited
Way to keep
Streamlabs.
Everyone in suspense.
Yes. There it is.
Sorry,
Streamlabs. To be found at Polydub Live. That's me. Yay.
There you go, guys. You've been asking for that. All right, so as you've been talking, I've been reading this story, right?
Oh, hold on. I just got to point something out real quick. I said by the 14th.
Yes.
Does anyone know the date? It's the 6th. Polly is early. Fucking early.
Well, by the 14th just means any time before that would be early.
And the 5th seal was opened.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
So this article, Vaping Illness is the Scary New Threat. It's about this kid. He's 18.
Ryan Walters, so real quick. Ryan Walters asked, does my Streamlabs live in Canada? Yeah, it does, actually.
There you go. This 18-year-old kid was illegally smoking marijuana in his vape, and he got really sick from it.
Was it the vitamin E?
Yes, it was. It was a vitamin E thing. But that's not what I'm reading down, and it says this. The doctor said my son could die, and this was as serious as it could get, says the teen's 60-year-old father.
Awesome.
How much you want to bet he's a Downsy egg?
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious. Well, it depends. Is his mom like 35? Because good for that guy.
They don't mention his mom in here, but yeah, I'm guessing he's a Downsy egg. Thank you again, Carla Spears. I appreciate it.
Evil One said, "Damn it, Polly, stop chilling so much."
Yeah, man. Okay, I'm not talking about vaping anymore tonight. Damn it.
What was that? The basis of the? I only saw the title of the Lords of the Night the other night, where it was like vaporized. Was that something to do with like? So I just want to get the whole story straight. The guy did die, but it was because of some particular additive that was going. I vape. That's what I want to know.
Okay. No, this kid didn't die.
Okay.
There have been 2 reported deaths now, because of this, and a whole bunch of people have gotten very sick. And it's because they're smoking marijuana in their vape. And I don't know if they're buying it or if they're making it themselves. I'm not sure how this is working.
Okay.
But there's an additive that's in there. It's a vitamin. It's vitamin E something. I forget what it's called. But it's not supposed to be in anything you're breathing. It is perfectly fine to eat, perfectly fine to put on your skin. It just your lungs can't take it. And somehow it's getting into this vape. They've had a similar problem with marijuana itself. People, thank you. I don't even know how to say that one time. Hammer. Acetate. Acetate. Yes. So vitamin E acetate.
That's
yeah,
so
go ahead.
Wild.
Yeah.
And if somebody was saying in chat that was just an agent to thicken it up, and so completely unnecessary, one would assume, unless
theoretically, yes. Again, I don't know.
Right.
But this is what's being reported so far. And I haven't read the report about it, them using it to thicken it up. That same person said that this was illegal stuff, not bought from a store. Again, I don't know. I think most people use CBD oil in their vapes. That might be the problem. If the CBD oil has the vitamin E in it.
Polly, check your Streamlabs. You get like 3 people telling you.
I saw that. I'm just opening up my Streamlabs again and refreshing.
You should have that open. Jesus.
I do. I just had it minimized.
Oh, you're so new at this.
I am. Actually,
like walking a virgin through how to do butt stuff.
Well, no, that was easier. Look,
you just hold her down and shove it in.
Jesus Christ. That's not even a joke. That's
some of us are gentlemen with lubricant. Thank you.
It's just like teaching a child to swim. You just throw them in the deep end, man.
All right, here we go. Terry D. Monis, way to ruin the joke by actually getting one smiley face. Manic with a very generous donation. First, I can't tell. You might have bid. Evolved Potato. Oh, that took long enough with a... Wow, Evolved Potato. Thank you. That is exceptionally generous. Wow. Oh, Jesus, you people are making me feel bad. Far says, now I can send you money to make your... Now I can send you money to make you say cranberries ain't gay. They're not even a fruit.
They can do that now, too. They can make you say things.
Right.
I just like to point out, Polly has been very down. Like, no, if I'm going to get this and nobody's going to donate, there's 4 already. So kiss my ass. I told you
right?
so. Told
Actually,
you so.
5. James Colley with James Colley, very generous. Thank you. Hopefully, the first to say it. It's about fucking time. # Polly is still fucking up.
James, I'm disappointed that you didn't name yourself James Polly for that one.
Well, you can't donate to yourself, can you?
No. Well, I guess you could. You can go through the motions, I guess. But no, he could have named himself James Polly.
Yeah.
You get the option to name yourself whatever you want. And Polly never received a donation again. Don't do that, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm blown away. You guys are generous right out the gate. Like, especially
good audience, man.
Manic and Evolved Potato and James Colley, very extremely generous. Thank you, everyone. I'm not surprised that Far turned it into a shit post. I'm not surprised.
Does Far do anything other than shit post?
Well, you got me there.
I just want to say this, Polly. These people give us shit from time to time, and quite often, actually. But they are really, really good people. Very generous, and thank you guys for supporting Polly. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget Jack's over there, too.
Yeah, these guys are very helpful, and it helps keep us going on this because, it's easy to get discouraged and think that nobody cares about what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about it. What? You can generally tell if a girl had a father figure growing up by her eyebrows.
What? Oh,
a unibrow means no daddy.
God.
Why and how? What's the joke? I missed it.
Have you seen the thought eyebrows, man?
No. Not that I know. Hold on. Now I got to Google that.
I don't know. I may have coined a term there, but they all seem to have that same one that looks like somebody took a really wide marker and drug it across their eye, and then at the very last second turned it sideways.
It's the no, I'm not saying that. That'll get me in trouble.
I just talked about throwing a woman down to bang her in the butt.
Well, that's just
and on top of washing machines. You guys are crazy.
Oh my goodness. Some of these eyebrows. Look up thought eyebrows, guys. Oh my God.
It's actually a thing? Cool.
I don't know if it's actually a thing, but it brought up stuff.
Polly, throw your Streamlabs back in chat so people know.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carla. It's actually at Polydub Live.
Is this what it is? Okay, hang on. I hate this because I don't get the big picture anymore, and I don't know why. So you guys will have to just look at the small one. See here, the chick over here?
Yeah.
Like this. Except for usually not quite that pronounced.
That is firm. Holy shit.
Can we talk about those duck lips?
No.
Because that's kind of terrifying. The look on her face as a general whole.
There's nothing about that I like.
Yeah, because it looks like she's going to slow motion zoom in for the most terrifying kiss you've ever had.
Here, Paul, this is called flawless eyebrows. Look how fucking thick that is. That ain't real. That bitch drew that shit on. And stop doing that, women.
Okay, you know what?
No.
It was gonna sound funny. I thought they were gonna be worse.
Oh, Thank you for the very generous donation on the Streamlabs there, Manic. Appreciate it.
Seriously, thank you guys for supporting the folks on the dais with me. It's very, very kind of you, and I can't give them money, so I'm very, very appreciative that you guys do.
And Jordan comes in on Streamlabs with Sea Cells, She Sells by the seashore. Almost got it. Damn it.
You're close.
She sells seashells on the seashore. There. Second time I got it.
John says, wow, she got 70s Bush eyebrows.
That's very true.
I really thought they're going to be worse. Haven't you seen it's very common in some Puerto Rican demographics to shave the eyebrows clean off and then draw them in. And when they're drawn back in, it's just a line. Like they're not even bushy like that. They're just a straight curve over top.
Yeah, I find that as upsetting.
That's what I find
weird.
Like, God, e-thoughts aren't doing that, are they?
Some of them, yeah. I mean, women, they've been fucking their eyes up online for like the last year, and I don't know why they're doing it. It all kind of started with that stupid shit that they do to try to have the Asian look. You know, the little mascara thing over there, where it looks like they sneezed when they were doing their makeup. And then from there, all hell broke loose, and it's all concentrated on the eyebrow. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys? Just let them grow natural. If they're a little bushy, maybe trim them. But stop what you're doing because you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Yeah, and never get your eyebrows tattooed.
Now they tat them on. That's true. Wing liner, is that what that's called? Yeah.
I don't.
It works if you're trying to do the Egyptian thing, like with the wajat. But it only works if you have certain like facial structure, you know, because most people it doesn't look good on.
No, it doesn't.
At least you can give people credit that didn't tattoo them on. They might shaving them off, that's pretty extreme, but shaving them off and tattooing them on,
yes,
I don't understand. Like that's a commitment. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just stop fucking with your eyebrows, ladies. Jesus.
Yeah, because at some point we have to look at you, and we don't want to look at you and think that you're some sort of like clown in disguise.
Work on your asses instead, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, like hit the gym. How about that?
Get in there, and all those minutes you would spend fucking around with your eyebrows, go do squats.
Yeah,
that's all right.
I got Streamlabs from Daniel saying, "Welcome to Streamlabs, loser." Thanks, man.
Thank you, Terry Diamandis. Buy yourself something nice. No, wait, I'm not donating that much. Buy yourself something cheap. Everybody.
Bearcock, thank you so much. I'm almost offended by this. Link for Poly Streamlab, please. You donated to me to ask for Poly Streamlab. I'm not sure how to take that. I don't have the link. Hang on, I'm finding it. It's right here.
Okay.
Copy link.
Does it work for you? Because it doesn't work for me that fast. What the fuck?
I told you to bookmark it.
Oh man, sorry. This gave me the redirect instead of the actual thing. I got to go to it. Hang on.
I'll do it.
Thank you, sir. I'll open it up over here because I'm sure people will be asking for it today. Here we go. Yeah, you beat me by just a second. See? And Polly still can't find it. And thank you, Dark Shade says, I saw a super pale ginger chick with black thought brows. It looked like when your friend sharpies you in your sleep, right?
Yeah.
I expect to see them any day with a dick drawn up there. Yes.
I don't know how to respond to what you just said.
By the way, guys, I have a Streamlab too. If you don't want to give YouTube all your money, just throwing that out there.
If you don't want to give Polly all your money.
No, Polly deserves it. He hasn't got any of it in the last fucking year we've been doing this, and
he really needs a new computer.
Plus, amongst many other things, it's not going to be spent on champagne and hookers. Believe me. Oh my god, I need a computer I can actually run a proper stream from. That would be nice.
Yeah, he gets all his hooker money from his trust fund.
Incoming, Polly.
Right.
James says incoming, bud.
All right then.
My last name is not ass. Thank you, RJ.
Ass?
It's Knopf.
Oh. He's calling you a jackass. I get it. Did you guys see that you kids on YouTube are about to get fucked? Did we talk about that on the show?
No, is this Ryan kid gonna go away finally?
No, he'll be fine. YouTube lost a suit that the FTC brought.
Oh yeah.
Not FTC. The
107 million. So they'll just like
174, I think it was.
174. So they'll look through the couches at headquarters and find some money. Yeah.
But because of it, YouTube's having to change their rules. They're having to follow certain rules, the COPA rules, which basically say you have to be careful how you advertise to children, which is no big deal.
Really quick, Pete thank you, Pete, from down in Australia. You got a Streamlabs, Polly, in my best irate bear voice. I like Bear too much to do an impersonation of his voice, so I'm not going to. James Colley, again, I, Polydub, do solemnly swear under the threat of perjury, admit cereal is soup. I am Jack's bottom bitch, and only argue with Monkey for views.
Who did that?
Wow. That would have been James Polly.
Well done, James Polly.
Expo Hotep with a fantastically generous donation. Wow. About goddamn time, he says. Do you know how long I've held on to this? Long enough to get angry enough to bring God's name into it, apparently. And far, once again, with, the meme is going to be about people donating to the others while asking you for your Streamlabs, right? I can see that. So yeah, YouTube getting
because of the law, they have to change things. And so what they're going to do is they're basically pulling ads off of these network, these channels. They're pulling the related ads. I forget the name they use, but so like if you're selling toys, a toy ad will come up, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Basically demonetizing all these channels.
Nah, they'll get Grammarly commercials like everyone else.
No, because they won't be. They have to be very careful in selling to kids. So yeah, they're not going to get many commercials, if any. Oof. And they've given them 4 months to get used to it. They've set aside like $100 million to kind of help these channels, which Ryan's Toy Review is going to get 95 million of.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of these people who built channels around their kids, man, they're about to get butt fucked from YouTube like the rest of us have been. The only difference is, at least this time it's a legal thing. It's not YouTube just going, fuck these guys.
Yeah. Well, that might be good because a lot of the kids' channels were getting the ads that could be playing on other people's channels. So they might be a little more hesitant to pull ads from other people.
RJ says YouTube is screwing over creators. Not this time. It's not really their fault. There's a lot of people mad at YouTube for this one. It's not their fault. I mean, their hands are tied by U.S. law here. There's only so much they can do. But I watched Philly for the first time in like a week and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And he covered this, and he brought up something disturbing.
Oh, no. The right-wing agenda?
No. There's a video from the head of is it the FTC that does this? I can't remember. Whoever controls advertising and all that shit. Maybe it's the FCC. Was it them that did this? I don't remember. But the head, he's up there and he says it's making it very easy for us to go after people on YouTube because it's kind of like the old saying, the fish in the barrel. The barrel's YouTube and the creators are the fish.
Jesus.
I'd like that sounds like the government's coming after us.
A little bit.
James Colley, thank you so much. Hashtag YouTube is the ultimate pedo. Yeah. They're about to fuck a whole bunch of kids. Actually, they're going to fuck these families. I actually feel bad for them. I really do. A lot of these people, I mean, they got very rich off of YouTube, and I hope they saved a lot of their money.
That didn't happen.
Well, have you seen the ones that they go out and they buy a new house? Daddy of 5 did this.
Yeah.
They went out and bought a new house, and they've had to move since because, revenue declined.
And they were beating their kid.
How much do you think they beat them now that they lost all that money?
Really quick, Carlos Spears, thank you very much for the generous donation. I just wanted you to have some ramen bread and good beans for your French press. XOXO. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And Bearcock, I'd love to give you more, but my wife keeps yelling at me for donating money to people on the internet. Thank you very much. It's appreciated.
You go put it in her butt and she'll stop thinking about that.
Yeah,
One
she'll
way
be
or
like, why
another.
are you doing this?
Yeah. She'll have a whole different concern. Oh God.
I don't think the money is like the biggest issue for them, because it's certainly not a good thing for them from a corporate standpoint. It's the point of having an FTC ruling against you. You got to shake things up and change things now. You know what I mean?
For Google, yeah, the money's no big deal.
Yeah. And for their parent corporation, I mean, it's YouTube and then Google and then Alphabet. It's Jesus Christ. Like, that's why I was joking about finding the money in the couch.
Yeah, 174 million for them. That's nothing.
Yeah, but it's the fact that the government has now wedged itself in their business. Once you get them in, it's really hard to get them to leave you alone.
Yeah. It's the immensity of a something like that coming down from the FTC, and you notice what gets them motivated, right? Is like the children's stuff and children's channels. That's what actually started the FTC into investigating into it to the point where they did the not that they're wrong. It's just like all of the stuff that YouTube's involved in it. I mean, look how long YouTube lawyers been trying to do the thing with whatchamacallit, Sargon and Patreon.
Oh yeah.
With their whole collusion thing with PayPal and everything that was going on with getting PayPal to pull its processing power, the actual transaction processing from Subscribestar. Remember all that jazz?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he started that thing, and it's like it's doubtful the FTC will ever pick it up as an actual investigation, because they get so many requests to do so much stuff. But then when it's something like children are being exploited or taken advantage of, or etc., wow, they're on it, man, because they started the investigation, completed the investigation, and are already to the realms of issuing them a fine over it. Wow.
Well, that's whatever it is. Again, I forget, guys. FTC, FCC, whatever. One of those government fuckers. They also have a complaint specifically against Ryan's Toy Review. That Philly detailed today on the show, claiming that every one of the videos has an ad for something in it, and it doesn't make clear that it's actually an ad. Which, by the way, if that's true, they are fucked, because if you're targeting preschoolers, this is a law that came into effect sometime in my lifetime. It's been within like the last decade. But yeah, if you're targeting preschoolers, you have to be very, very clear about what you're doing, because preschoolers don't know it's an ad. But yeah, they also don't spend the money, dumbass. But that's the law, and if that's found, man, they are fucked, because they will.
Yeah.
Ryan's Toy Review can't take $170 million fucking fine. I know they got money. They ain't got that much money. You have to make it clear that ads are ads, yes. And they claim they've been following all of the rules, and I hope that's true for them. Look, that little kid annoys the shit out of me, but I don't want to see him and his parents living under a bridge because he's annoying.
Well, he's got his own line of toys, so he should be doing pretty well. If they saved any of that money, like, they should be millionaires a couple times over.
Yeah, they're millionaires, but I'm guessing they probably have, tens of millions, not hundreds of millions.
Yeah, but still, I think you could do pretty comfortably on that if you at least have any kind of investment. Like, hire a financial advisor if you're going to get money like that coming in.
Well, and sure, I get what you're saying there. I hope they saved it. I really do. But if they get hit for a fine from these guys, they won't get as big a fine as like YouTube got. If they got a fine, it'd probably be based on what they have in money or what they've made.
Yeah.
So hopefully they have enough saved up. Because fuck, man, if they come after him,
yeah, it's going to be messy. I don't know. I'm always wary of people putting ads in their videos because, like you said, most of the time they don't mark it as an ad. Like, just put a word at the bottom that says advertisement or something like that. I get it. Most adults know, but man, you got to really tread lightly these days on this stuff.
I don't.
Holly, what you say is just thank you.
And I did repeatedly.
I know you did
very much, guys.
Isn't it hard sometimes? You're like, I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't because my mellifluence fails me.
Indeed, believe me, I've been there. The greatest audience in the universe, man. I'm not lying when I say that.
Thank you, Asian Hippie on the Streamlabs. Ask Polly if he has a Streamlabs account yet. Polly, do you in fact have a Streamlabs?
I do.
Oh, what would the link to that be?
It's Streamlabs / Polydub Live.
What? Throw the link in the chat.
Oh, for Christ's sake! I still can't get it to copy and paste, Jack. What do you want from me here?
Oh my God! Just bookmark it. You are incompetent at this.
Yeah.
I am new to this. It's different.
Next time I'm putting my Streamlabs in there.
All right.
Oh man.
Just have it in a separate tab. Jesus.
When is that fucking washing cycle going to be done? It's going to vibrate the nails right out of the fucking wall.
You copy and paste it and then don't copy and paste anything else. James Colley, thank you. Government equals J.G. Wentworth. It's my money and you owe it now, right?
I do love those J.G. Wentworth commercials.
Hey, it's not wrong, man. The government, man, there's just no fucking with them. They find a way to get your money. They will take it.
Yeah.
Because they're dirty bastards. Hashtag Boomer Polly.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I haven't checked the fucking hashtag in like a couple of days. It hasn't been a week. It's been a couple of days. No, that fucking South Park thing keeps coming back and jumping in my face and it's pissing me off.
Yeah, everybody wants to know what's going on. Yeah, they all know you're a fan of South Park, so it's...
Well, this idiot wrote a story about South Park and how South Park, because of their permissive attitudes towards speech, have basically ruined everything.
Did they? I did not read the actual article. Did they actually make a connection to the alt-right through it?
Yes.
Jesus.
Not just the alt-right, but thank you, John MGTOW. Asian women are cheap where I live. Monkey gets it.
Really quick, Ebony Williams, about time I saved my first Streamlabs donation just for you. Aw, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jack, for playing nuts tonight. I appreciate that.
Somebody do it. It's just gonna be easier if we do it this way.
Yeah, I'll get it put down into the. Oh wow, there's some beautiful women on here. But anyway, this article, it you know, I want to read part of it to you, Polly. Just a little part.
Are you just having fun? You sound like you're enjoying it almost.
Who, me?
Yeah. Just a little part I'm going to read to you.
Well, it's am I having fun? Laughing at how fucking retarded it is, kind of. Because I can't believe people actually wrote this shit. Where's that one paragraph? I know what I'm looking for. Oh, you know what? We'll just do it this way. F3.
Really quick. Asian hippie. About time, you lazy otter. Well, it's okay. I don't know, guys. There's a large part. Like, yeah, I wanted to set up a separate company for it and stuff like that, and for other things that I wanted to do online for business stuff as well, and I didn't want it connected to me or where I lived, and blah blah blah. You guys, you heard about all that, but there's no small amount of pride in it. Now you guys are making it worse because I'm looking at all the generosity. I'm like, oh fuck. It's I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. It is sincerely appreciated.
He's talking about them, blah, blah, blah. And he says this is not to say that the show suddenly became right wing. Those seasons still devoted ample airtime to ridiculing Trump, white supremacists, and gun culture. But its overriding opposition to the idea of ever conceding any amount of personal freedom to accommodate others aligns it with some of the more venomous ways that politicians and pundits have weaponized the free speech argument in contemporary discourse. Fox News has, of course, long thrived on getting people mad over the fact that you can't say anything anymore. 4chan began as a place for people to post disturbing things that made them laugh and evolved into a breeding ground for Gamergate, the alt-right, and white nationalism. More recently, YouTuber Steven Crowder has positioned himself as a brave defendant of free speech thanks to his refusal to stop employing racist and homophobic rhetoric, while psychology professor come motivational speaker Jordan Peterson has continually used the same reason to justify his refusal to use respectful pronouns. Meanwhile, Donald Trump seems to persist in the belief that bloviating about the shadow banning of conservatives and how people should be able to say Merry Christmas is an effective way to convince his base that he's a champion of their personal freedom. Now, if you missed all that, that's all because of South Park. South Park made that all possible by making it so that a whole generation of people just say what they want to say and don't think of the consequences. So let's count. Fox News, 4chan, Gamergate, the alt-right, white nationalism, Steven Crowder, Jordan Peterson, and Donald Trump. Those are all things that he's basically blaming on Bigger and Longer and Uncut. But here's my favorite part of this, Polly. This is how he ends it. He's talking about Bigger and Longer and Uncut, which he talks about a lot in this article.
Okay.
That movie is a story about a bunch of people who start off caring about something they think is a threat and then get so caught up in fighting that they end up hurting everyone around them. A lot of people could still benefit, 20 years later, from taking note of the movie's message, including Matt Stone and Trey Parker. I'm like,
okay, I guess I get why of all of the things South Park they would go after Bigger and Longer and Uncut, because the whole thing where Cartman gets the chip installed so he can't say certain things. Remember?
Yes, mother. Yeah, I love that part.
Yeah, I guess of all the things you could go after, I don't know. It seems more like the person that writer had this long list of the things that you just listed off, like Donald Trump, Steven Crowder, of everybody that they want to complain about. What is the line that I can hang all of these things on? You understand what I'm saying? Like, what is the thread that I'm going to be the linchpin to connect all of these things? Because otherwise, I'm going to sound like a ranting lunatic.
Real quick, hi Dorky, how you doing, sweetheart? You're not wrong, but that final sentence there. Well, actually, the second to last sentence.
Can learn off of it.
They get the point of the movie right. They absolutely got the point of the movie. They just don't understand where it actually applies here. ContraPoints was just run off Twitter by lefties because she dares think that people should call her she because she looks like a she.
Right. Well, okay, really quick.
The same message still applies.
John MGTOW on Streamlabs for smoking jacket wear and tear. Yeah, well, it actually did get not a tear, but the sleeve, one of the cuffs started to separate. I sewed it myself. I don't have money to hire a seamstress or whatever. The thing about ContraPoints, does anybody believe that she, whatever, is it she? Is that what she wants?
Yeah, she wants to be she. She's a passing trans, yeah.
Right. Was my guess. That she deleted her account. She deactivated it, guys.
Well, same. Yeah, she deactivated her account because of this shit.
It's like ran off Twitter. And that's the line that everybody keeps using. You know, the left eats its own. And this is instead of muting everybody, this is somebody's way of going out of town for the weekend to get away from somebody who's looking to beat them up. Like, if you know what I'm saying, like on the cyber scale of things, because they don't want to block them and they don't want to mute them for whatever fucking reason, because they're afraid that that's going to become a thing. And somehow they can't just bring themselves to ignore it. So it seems like a fit. I'm going to make it look like I've deleted my account.
Look, man, everybody needs a work vacation. And that's what Contra's doing. Instead of taking 2 weeks off from your job, her job is YouTube. So social media is a part of that. So you take a vacation from that. if you don't, you're going to be really unhealthy, because a lot of these people, like ContraPoint, spends a lot of time on Twitter. And it's really unhealthy in the long run. I mean, I barely look at my Twitter. I'm so much happier than a lot of people.
I'm a happy motherfucker. What are you talking about?
I know you are, but you enjoy drama. Most people don't.
Well, I think the problem is that I believe she actually is like, fuck it, fuck this. And here's why. She's been so built up as this pillar of goodliness, of moral purity in the age of SJWs.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, that she believes her own press. Press she helped fucking write. But I think she believes it. And when there was pushback, because they talk about how rational and reasonable she is. Real quick, thank you, James Colley. Polly, stop buying Maker's Mark and you could hire back your seamstress.
You know how long it's been since I've been able to buy a proper bottle of Maker's Mark? Fuck that, man.
Until about an hour ago.
Well, I can't spend that money on. Don't get me wrong. I adore Maker's Mark. It's great bourbon, but no, I got.
You said that you could afford it. You could afford it now. I'm just throwing it out there. It might not be the best way to spend the money.
Well, okay. Technically, I can afford it. You're right, but that would be a stupid expenditure. I buy the cheapest Kentucky bourbon I can, and yeah, it ends up tasting like paint thinner. But you got to do what you got to do,
Tom Leach says, no, she doesn't. She talks about how weird it is and how ridiculous it is for people to embody her opinions. That might be what she says on her channel and when she's getting shit on Twitter. But that's not how she comes across when she's answering questions for Vox. Do you remember the Vice and Vox articles written about her?
Oh, absolutely, I do. Yeah,
it was all about she's this stunning and brave beacon of rationality.
It was the rationality thing that was really like best content, most reasonable content. This is the one person brain trust of the left on YouTube. You know what I mean? Yeah.
She deconverted a bunch of right wingers or some nonsense.
Thank you so much, James Colley over on the Streamlabs, who says, Monkey, did you see the latest comic book curation? Polly fired shots at Lords of the Night. I did not get to see it.
It was actually at Scribe, but yeah, Lords of the Night in general. Yeah. It was Zombie Teddy says Maker's Mark is the most expensive low-end bourbon. Yep, I would agree with that.
It's upper lower class.
It is. Like it is the best go-to bourbon, where if you want better than Maker's, there absolutely is a whole host of bottles that are better than Maker's, but you're going to start paying 50 and 100% more to get something that's 10 or 15% better. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's where the tipping point occurs. It's the best low-end bourbon. Yep.
Tom says, right, and Ranting Monkey in the media never misrepresents people or takes them out of context. You've never given an interview? No, not with a media company. They don't care about me. But we're going to have to agree to disagree here. You can believe that that's what she means. I think she means it when she's getting pushback. Otherwise, I think she revels in it. If she didn't, why would she go on?
Yeah. Really quick over on the Streamlabs. Texas Red, for your computer peripherals or whatever you need.
Maker's Mark is not a peripheral.
Yeah. It goes beside the computer, Jack.
Doesn't make it a peripheral.
It doesn't plug into the computer nor wirelessly connect to it. So
no, it doesn't. And by ingesting it, you are not connecting it to the internet.
And
also,
really quick, number one, nowhere. Thank you for the donation with no comment, with no message. I appreciate a nice lacuna donation.
I think Contra is just one of those people that maybe they do believe their own hype. I don't think that matters. I think the perception of that person by other members of the community are what matter, because they're the ones making the attacks right now. The non-binaries getting their panties in a bunch because they're making crap up. And they're tearing down one of their best agents on YouTube by doing this. They're hurting their own goals ultimately.
Well, let me give you an example. I heard Mr. Medicare in a debate-ish with Sargon say, I don't want to be the leader of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sweetie Squad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying, but I think it's more that the community itself is tearing it apart. Not
Well, yeah, and that is the overall point.
Yeah, they just don't work well together. I keep harping on that.
You know why? It's because you can't have a bunch of fucking egotistical shits trying to work together.
Exactly.
You read you read the actual Twitter comments, right? That supposedly caused all the problems.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just looking at them again now, and it's
a bunch of me
from ContraPoints.
I think it's from everybody. Everybody seems to be wrapped up in their own bullshit that they're not working together.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's like, I guess it's good for people who only use they, them. But it comes at the minor expense of semi-passable transes like me. And that's super, super fucking hard for us. This, what happened to me before in hyper woke spaces, like it's me, a bunch of cis women, and we all have to go in a circle saying she, her, because I'm there. There's this paradox where I can go into a sports bar in North Carolina and I'm Miss Ma'am all night long, no question. But in self-consciously trans-inclusive spaces, I have to explain my pronouns and watch woke people awkwardly correct themselves every time they say, you guys. They're just, and then the non-binary stuff comes up, and I won't bother reading through all that. But it's,
I call chicks guys all the time. You guys, it's a generic term for people.
Absolutely, it is, and I think that's what she's talking about here. Watch woke people awkwardly correct themselves every time they say "you guys." Oh, you're not a guy. You're trying to. You are passing as a trans woman. You are a woman. So to call you a guy, I just misgendered you. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. That's the hyper woke space previously mentioned. Yeah, I get it. Everybody's on pins and needles in this kind of situation. I don't know how to say it. Like, yeah, I kind of agree with you that there's Jack, that it's like, this is them eating their own. This is a classic example of them eating their own. But at the same time, ContraPoints, you have to know right now in the online LGBTQ plus community that non-binaries are 100% accepted. If you start saying anything other than 100% acceptance, you had to know you were going to suffer some kind of backlash.
No, she didn't.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Well, she's gotten shit from these people before. From what I've heard, I've never seen it because I don't follow her comments. No, I honestly believe she believes her own press, that she is their leader, and that if she was just, because you see it right there, she explains her reasoning. Like, look, this is uncomfortable for me because I am passing and I'm trans. What Contra is saying there is that I'm not, trans isn't my identity. Woman is my identity.
Right.
And when I have to tell you that I'm a woman over and over and over again, what you're doing is forcing me to basically admit I was born a man every time. That's what it is. That's what you're doing. And she's, like she said there, wait, what is my computer doing? Okay. Sorry, I just started a little blue circle. I'm like, what the fuck? Did everything freeze? But
I have that fear every time too.
Fuck, dude, man. Especially, look, when we're using Chrome, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Thank you, James Colley. Unless you have a feminine peen, Jack, you will never know why you guys is so hateful and rappy. But what can you expect from cis overlords? I know, right? We're fucking assholes.
It's true. I don't have a feminine peen. I probably never will. Because I don't have gender dysphoria and I'm not a crazy college student.
I agree with one thing you said, Monkey. ContraPoints has caught this kind of hell from people like this before. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It has to be, one would imagine, because can't crawl inside this person's head. Let's not act like we understand exactly what led to this. Because here's the tweet that did it. I don't buy that. This is so nobody just decides out of nowhere unless you're in Zoe Quinn's position and you fucking got somebody killed. You know what I mean? Unless it's something really abrupt like that is going to make you decide, oh, fuck this. Oh, fuck this usually comes because of one thing and another thing and another thing. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ over this. Because I'm looking at the tweets right now. They've got 3.5 thousand likes, 4,000 likes. These were not hated comments. It was the angry 4% of her little community that came after her when there were literally thousands of people that were liking everything she was saying.
Without naming names, I know people, when they read their comments, no matter how much good is said to them, it's that negative one that gets to them every fucking time.
I hear you. And that's pretty natural, isn't it?
And that builds up too.
For most people, sure.
For most people, but that's what I'm saying. It's pretty natural, right? It's pretty normal. That would be the norm. Now, whether or not it makes you upset enough to focus on it for the next 4 days, that's a different question. But I think that most people are like, hey, great video, Polly. Hey, wonderful video, Polly. Hey, shut the fuck up about your comics that were meant for children, you cocksucker. It's like, whoa, hey. Like, and that's one comment out of 10. Why would I focus on that one? Well, because it's so strikingly different from the rest. You know what I mean?
Because we're so awesome.
It's because of what we've talked about before. It is far easier to believe criticism about yourself than praise. That's human nature. And it does. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jack.
Oh, no, go ahead. Fish thought.
I lost it when I said that.
Oh, I'm sorry. You got super chat.
Thank you, Kevin. Bring back burning witches. Add Zoe. I'm not disagreeing with you there.
All right. So this brings up reason somebody unsubscribed to my other channel. I had a guy said that he liked watching me open trading cards because I was doing that for a while and I haven't posted one in a while. But he was very upset that I kept harping on the fact that there was gum in there. And I was telling people not to chew it. And he said that got bothersome, so he was unsubscribing.
Wow, that's a weird one.
I was like, that's a very specific issue. You're taking issue with me telling people not to put something in their mouth that's 30 years old.
Yeah, fair enough.
And moldy. I mean, if you saw some of this chewing gum. But that's something that really annoyed him. And I found that to be a very trivial complaint. But I guess if you watch the whole playlist, okay. But I don't take offense to that per se. But it did stand out as a negative comment. Like, wow, that's a new one.
Polly, check your Streamlabs.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Jack to finish there because W.R. Costin, someone in says, otter avatars are cute, but robot avatars will rule the world.
It's true.
Yeah. Prospero, thank you, Prospero. Oh my God, I lived long enough to pay for the delight of busting your balls. Mwahaha. Okay. And Tanram, thank you very much for the no message, but thank you very much for the donations. It is greatly appreciated.
Nunya says you guys don't understand autism. I don't think
that. I was
what?
I was just about to read that. It's like you guys don't understand autism. Yeah.
We're not even talking about anything that has to do with autism. It is basic human nature to focus on negative, on criticism rather than praise, because I don't know if we're taught it or if it's just something that's natural.
I think some of it is a natural survival instinct because you have to worry about what could hurt you later down the line.
Maybe that's it.
Dangerous Spaces said, damn it, Jack, stop trying to enforce your gum control.
Nice.
I thought that was cute.
No. Go ahead.
Sorry, really quick. Prospero says, that was a kiss sound. Mwah, you get. Oh. Well.
He's new at this.
But you said delight of busting your balls followed by a kiss. Come on, those are incommensurate things. I was justifiably confused.
That could be a fuck you kiss, man.
Okay, fair enough. So you think that you think it's a strong possibility that Conch Points was not dealing with a whole bunch of this, like people of this type coming at her for a while, even if there was long breaks between it, and that this one, the negative comments were just like, oh, fuck that, because of really? Okay.
Yeah, that would be my take on this. How do I want to put this? As you know, I might occasionally piss people off.
I've heard that.
Yeah. Even people who normally agree with me, I will say something and they're like, oh, fuck you. And there's a reason that people get to the point where they're like, oh, yeah, Monkey, I just disagree with him here because I've cultivated an audience that sometimes disagrees with me. She has specifically cultivated an audience that always agrees with her. a cult of personality there, and it just got shattered again. And this is coming on the heels. I mean, those articles about her aren't even, what, 6 months old? She's the savior of BreadTube, for fuck's sake.
So what? Savior of BreadTube? That's a thing that follows her around?
No, I'm being hyperbolic here.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not something I've read, but that's how it's presented. She's their leader, man. She's the leader of the new left on YouTube that's fighting back against those horrible righties, man.
She's at the front of the line at the bread line.
She is. She's at the front of the bread line.
I thought you were going to tell me that she's really big over on BreadTube. I'm like, oh God,
well,
she's not over on BreadTube, is she?
Well, BreadTube is not a place, Polly. It's a state of mind.
It's a long line.
Oh, I get it. It's like Black Twitter. It's not a.
It is, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I get it. But
what would a real Black Twitter look like? That would be awesome. It'd have gold chains and welfare.
It'll be called instead of tweets, it'll be Kangs.
Kangs.
Frankly, I'm at a loss.
Yes.
Why there are a number of really successful Black entrepreneurs out there. Why a highly promoted Black social media isn't. Yeah, there are a number of Black social medias out there, but not on the organizational level of a separate platform completely like IG or whatever. You know what I mean? When you look, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, come on, Puffy Combs, man, what are you doing?
Because you want to be where everyone is.
Yeah, I guess. And, now that I say that out loud, it's like, it's one thing to do what that guy does, which is start a clothing line, start a restaurant, put out a line of men's watches or whatever. Because if those things crash and burn, it's very localized. When you go broad as fuck with a social media platform and it becomes a joke of the internet to make fun of it, that's a harsh public crash and burn. I can see something like that going, why would I do that? You know what I mean? When they can just keep making money and very successfully the way they have. Yeah, it makes sense. Let the corporations handle it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Thank you, Tannerum, on the Streamlabs for the donation with no message. I appreciate it greatly.
Thank you, Massive, for the different videos of women bouncing and shaking. And
so you're under the impression, Monkey, that Contra bought her own press, and that it was met with this kind of negative response, even though it was small compared to the positive response, was like, but I'm your leader. Like, no, not leader, but like, I'm the brain trust here. Why aren't you taking what I'm saying as a thought piece to go away and rethink your life?
Yes.
Right? Really?
Exactly what I think.
Okay.
I think arrogance is a deadly motherfucker when you have to deal with any criticism, especially when it's coming from your own side.
And I think non-binary is made up.
It is made up. It's absolutely made up. And what Contra said there is absolutely spot on. She's spot on with what she said there. And, go ahead.
One thing that's coming to mind, and Scribe would know what I'm talking about because you get a lot of this with Weather Underground and stuff like that. Now, the former members of the Weather Underground that are now all, if they're not in jail, they're employed at Ivy League universities. Because of course, now they're far left celebrities. They have an authentic outlaw rebel on staff now. Cool. They try and connect themselves to Black revolutionary groups back in the day because there's a lot of cachet to saying we worked with the Black Panthers, right? The Black Panthers, of course, in a number of cases had wanted very little to do with the Weather Underground. They called a lot of their tactics custoristic. Like you're leading your own followers into a destruction, and don't you see it?
Hold that thought for just a second. Thank you, Texas Red, over on the Streamlabs. The change is to buy a Beyonce song since I know you like him. Thank you so much, and thank you for having a sense of humor about that. Go ahead.
One of the criticisms that you would always hear from Black revolutionary groups, whether it was the Black Panthers or the Black Revolutionary Front or whatever, about white revolutionaries is, they're angry at their parents. They're not happy with what's going on. And maybe they authentically believe it, or maybe they don't. All I know is they can get a haircut and join the system.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's extremely cynical, but I understand the point that you're making. What I would have liked to have pointed out to one of them back then is it's like, you make it sound like everybody who shares your skin tone shares your political beliefs. Because I can't get rid of my skin tone. I'm going to be a revolutionary forever.
Right.
And it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the flaw in your reasoning. But when it comes to non-binaries that seem to be trans-trenders, you can't predict. Maybe these people will be 80 years old still claiming to be non-binary. But I don't know. I'm pressing X to doubt on that one. It doesn't seem like you want to be, you're not even just like somebody could be, I was born biologically a male and I'm attracted to women. I'm non-binary, but I'm still attracted to women after discovering I'm non-binary.
First of all, Polly, you were assigned boy at birth.
True. I was assigned boy at birth in every way that colonial science tells me I was a boy at birth. I was a boy at birth. I wasn't intersex in any kind of biological way, but I discovered that I'm non-binary, but I'm still attracted to women and I don't want to date anything but women. And I have no sexual attraction, anything but women. So it's like, how are you not just a guy? You understand what I'm saying? All you need to do is drop the moniker of non-binary and drop the insistence that people employ certain pronouns when around you. And how is your life any different? And it just reminds me very much of that criticism. It's like, yeah, all you need to do is get a haircut and you can join the system. Yeah. It's like, all you need to do is drop the rhetoric, the revolutionary rhetoric, Black revolutionary, and you could join the system too. All they need to do is just drop the non-binary phrase, and what in their life has changed?
Tom Leach in chat says there's a great line about this in Fight Club, but Monkey is a hater.
Right?
Thank you. Hang on. Thank you for watching the show so long. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I like what Irate Bear said. He said non-binaries equal fat blue leses who want to feel special. Get a real mental disorder, losers.
Yeah, and I agree with what he said next. No gender dysphoria, no trans.
Exactly.
That's true. You have long hair, hippie. You can go cut it anytime you want and get a job with the federal government. That is an excellent comparison there, Polly.
And I think the second part of that is really the most important. Get a job.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people have no real work experience. And they just sit around at home dwelling on how amazing they are. And nobody understands them. Later they're going to write shitty poetry about death.
Sorry to cut you. But it was worth it. I'm glad you did. Okay. Are there any, and this is a legit question, I'm not even kidding here, are there any like non-binaries in their 50s? I've never seen one, but they might be out there. It seems like an edgy teenage or young 20s thing to claim.
It is. Somebody earlier, and I'm sorry, I forget who said it. They said that, I think it was BG, said they agree with me that non-binary is the new emo. I actually don't think non-binaries, I'm going to include them now. I used to say trans-trenders were. All of your gender fluid, gender queer nonsense is the new emo. All of this shit, which by the way would be considered the non-binaries now. They've decided that's what that is. The 78 genders or whatever the fuck it is. Those are all non-binaries. They're non-binaries because they're so special.
I will recognize that the non-binaries have done one thing right, and that's admitted that it is a binary system.
Fuck you, Bear.
Stop gatekeeping me! Stop gatekeeping!
Hello,
I'm
non-binary.
A non-binary woman, even though woman fits in the binary.
Oh my god! In the comments to that Contra thing, one of the arguments that did break out really loud was over the non-binary lesbian thing. It was so beautiful. Even the trans and lesbian folks like, you can't do that.
Yeah, that doesn't. Okay, really quick. Cryptic says, "Way to ruin a good joke, Polly." Okay.
Even though ContraPoints has been a huge advocate for me for the last 3 years, she's a fucking transphobe.
Hang on. On the Streamlabs, thank you very, very much, Martin Nitram. No message, just take my money. Well, it's a large donation. I very much appreciate it.
Martin is a very all of these guys are generous, but Martin has been very, very generous lately. Thank you so much for supporting the guys on the show, everyone.
I went into that comment section as well, by the way, and my God.
Speak up a little bit, Barry. You're a little quiet on my end.
Because I'm not shouting anymore. That's why.
He went from screaming to you got to move closer to your mic when you don't scream.
Okay. I'll just move the mic back a second.
There you go.
Really quick. The Scrappy says, is Contra non-binary or trans? Trans. And it is. So just wants to be a woman that is a woman, born a male, trans woman, i.e. lives as a woman, etc. And that's what kills me, because Hammer's comment right above that is non-binary is a gender, lesbian is a sexuality. That sums it up extremely well. Like, people have a legit problem with that. If you're gay, that means you're a male who's attracted to other males. That's the description. If I'm a lesbian, it means I'm a biological female who's attracted to females. Right. So if you're non-binary lesbian, that means you're identifying as a female, but a non-binary, it is a logical inconsistency within itself.
No.
It would be like saying I'm a capitalist communist. The statement denies itself.
No, I read about this. See, you can be a non-binary and a lesbian.
I need a pocket guide to follow this with a flow chart.
No, I want to hear this. How? I'm actually legit curious. How is that even possible? I want to know.
Oh, okay. This is it. You can be a non-binary and a lesbian.
You can also be non-binary and a woman.
You mean the justification for it is it is?
It is. Yes, that is literally the justification.
I am a trinary. I am attracted to men, women, and asexuals. How's that? I don't know. This just all sounds so fucking made up. This is worse than like making up D&D classes. Like,
it is making up D&D classes. Polly, there's a video out there. Are you okay?
Oh, that is like a real life RPG.
It is. But Polly, there's that video out there, and I forget who put it out, but they have the non-binary lesbian on there. And this is what she says. She says, You can't tell me I'm not a non-binary lesbian because I am one. That's her explanation.
That is not an explanation.
It's absolutely not.
These people are so fucking weird.
I eat pussy, therefore I am.
But okay, and that's fine.
The Ranting Monkey channel motto there, Polly.
That's right.
Say it with him. Say it with him, Polly.
I eat pussy, therefore I am.
Mm-hmm.
Martin with it. Sorry, really quick on the Streamlabs. Martin with an extremely generous donation. Thank you very much. Welcome to Streamlabs, Polly. Well, thank you.
Was that Mr. Nitram?
Yes.
He's a very generous individual.
He is.
Yeah, I was on Breakfast with Bear yesterday. I was extremely generous with everybody. He's a great guy. And then really quick, Cryptic, again, thank you very much. Way to finally get a Streamlabs, Polly. I can die knowing that people can throw their money at you to yell at you. Well, yes, they can.
Thank you, Mighty Balzac. Bear's been promoted to Queen King. Oh, I think there's supposed to be a G in there. Queen King thing. Ring the bell.
The reason there's not an N in it is because my some of the keys on my keyboard aren't functioning properly at the moment.
Yours is spelled right. His was missing the G. That's all.
I love Ebony Williams' comment. We'll take that, Descartes.
Mine doesn't have an N in it, unfortunately.
I really appreciate your Rene Descartes reference.
I see it, because that could be queef.
Here, hold on. Let me roll my D20 here. All right, I got a 16, so I think that that makes me a gender fluid elf. And take that, Dad.
What kind of magic can he use?
The magic of dank memes.
Oh, okay, I like that. I like it. Go Harambe!
Now you have to roll for feelings.
That's a multiplier.
Oh, do I get a saving throw if I miss it?
No, and yep.
No. Feelings are good for now, but I feel like my parents are pressuring me to get a job. Save versus death magic. Made it.
You use jazz hands.
Jazz hands are how you cast a spell, Bear.
That dice is a little bit loud, man. You're gonna trigger some people.
Sorry, it's right next to the mic.
I thought Jazz Hands was a move that you had to pull.
Well, it's how you do like you can cast a spell with it if you're a magic user, or you could pick locks with your jazz hands.
Okay.
And you can emotionally abuse people by snapping.
What if I'm like like a warrior class type?
Oh, that's clapping, because that's a mean assault, and it's full of toxic masculinity.
Okay, I like that.
What do you have to roll to become a bull dyke? That's what I want to play. That's like the warrior class.
That's like a half work.
That's a very tanky build.
Yeah. It is, right?
Yeah.
They wield an axe, and they
or a hammer.
They wear lumberjack armor.
Mm-hmm. Just all played, or what's the other shit that the lesbians wear? I forget. Flannel.
Flannel.
Yeah. Flannel armor.
Jazz hands is applause for deaf people, you ableist bigots. You can't call me ableist. I'm cripple. Mm-mm. You ableist bigot.
Well, the fucking lunatics called ContraPoint's a transphobe.
I know.
And she's a trans person.
I'm not a fan of Contra. I'm not. But the shit she got for this is fucking retarded.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It is fucking retarded. She was spot on with this one. And if you
well,
my feelings matter more than yours.
Okay,
so kind of she was spot on. I think that
where do you think she missed?
Well, obviously her entire point was the experiences of real trans people is different to non-binary people, and of course that's correct, but by her saying that, she's acknowledging that non-binary is a thing.
What would be because you have TERFs, what would be the TERF version of not believing in non-binary?
What TERF is? Trans exclusionary. What is it?
So it would be what, nerds?
Radical feminist? Yeah, I guess so.
Non-binary, exclusionary,
NB, and because they call it NB, don't they?
NB, yeah, but we're just using the N because we're not retarded.
Non-binary is one word, and you have a super chat.
Thank you so much, Mighty Balzac. You need jazz hands to turn pages of a jazz mag.
I can't figure out if this account is real or if this is just a really clever temporary grift. The real Natalie Wynn screen name ContraPoints, and it's done up to look exactly like it would be her. The titles are exactly the same, connected to a Amazon wish list. And when you go to the Amazon wish list, it's like gift cards and a whole bunch of camera equipment and shit. So is it like somebody's figured out a great way of getting access to cheap camera equipment by pretending to be this person?
I have a question.
They already have 700 followers, over 700 followers. I mean,
I have a question for you, Polly. You'll know this then. I was confused as to what happened with Contra's account yesterday, whether she yeeted it or whether it was flagged down.
She yeeted it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, I guess to yeet it could either mean deactivated or deleted. I argue just deactivated. I don't think anybody deletes their accounts anymore.
Oh yeah, she probably just deactivated.
And like Zoe will be back in a hot minute after a whole bunch of people.
Zoe was back yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it just it didn't take very long, did it? Until some people wrote some articles saying she was the real victim, and then done. Let's go. And now I'm back.
Well, she actually only came back for one post where she said that her account had been attacked.
And it's thank you for shilling my Streamlabs, Jack.
It'll be deactivated for a little while.
Oh, so it's re-deactivated now?
Yes.
Okay.
It's re-deactivated for the time being, is what she said.
I actually saw one of the funniest anime memes I had seen in a while. I think it was Jacob that posted it. I don't know who the character was, but it made me laugh. It's like, look, what's her name? Zoe Quinn's back. And then Jacob posts this, and it's like the character says, "Would somebody answer that phone, please?" What? Because I called it.
Yeah, I think we all knew that cunt was coming back. I thought she'd at least take a week. I thought the bitch would have at least that much decorum, but apparently not.
You thought there was 7 days of decorum there at the very least.
7 days for the dead. Come on. Have some fucking respect, Zoe.
If she had respect, she wouldn't have accused somebody without evidence or a police report.
Yeah, no shit. So, especially with such a ridiculous story. By the way, Lady Monkey would not let me try to reenact that. I asked her, and she said no.
Oh, that's sad.
It was for science, man. And she's like, "No, you're not doing that to my pussy." So she didn't use that word. She just said no.
You're not going to go on my minge.
Yeah,
to answer a Vortex in chat, you said criminal for inciting a suicide or for wire fraud or for the GoFundMe?
Yes.
Yes.
That's an easy answer. Yes.
All of the above, dude. You know, I got really mad about the whole thing with ContraPoints yesterday because I was like, these motherfuckers having a crack at Contra, and like she's like the arch fucking trans person, you know. You seen the fucking view she gets, and then I was thinking, right, should I make a video? You know, even put a poll out there. And I was like, I don't think I can because I'd end up having a go at her as well, and it would be way too much of me just having a crack at Contra, you know. And then I went and watched some of Contra's videos, and I've got to say, I don't entirely disagree with her on a lot of things. I mean, she's outright wrong on quite a few things as well, but.
Well, Contra doesn't say a lot, actually, if you listen. She pulls the philosophy bullshit a lot.
Yeah, she does, yeah.
Which is really easy to
she adds a lot of edge to it as well. And I think that's a little bit cringy, but
no, hold on. Go ahead and finish that sentence, Monkey. She pulls the philosophy bullshit, which is really easy.
No, calm down. What I was gonna say is
I just want you to finish your sentence.
I know you do. Calm down, psych boy. With philosophy, if you know what you're doing with it, you can actually say a very little bit with a whole lot of words.
That's true.
See, but you're getting all mad at me.
You know what? No one was getting mad. I just wanted you to finish your sentence.
He was preparing to get mad.
Yeah, you were.
I was preparing to get mad.
I could hear you fucking pressing your paws into the ground, getting ready to dive.
We've talked about that before.
We're dumb, Polly, but we're not that dumb.
For God's sake, I just asked you to finish your sentence. There's no way I could have said it nicer.
It's not what you said. It's how you said it.
My feelings, dude. My feelings. Come on.
Right. We've already had a dad, Polly. We know what you're doing.
Exactly. Thank you, Polly Dad. We've talked about this with her before, Polly. You and me about her and philosophy and how she uses it to make arguments that are just like, the fuck are you even talking about?
She does. Yeah.
So
you could have in the famous words of James Kirk, you can speak a lot plainer than that.
Right.
and she's smart enough too. It's just, hey, fuck it. I spent all this money on this degree. I might as well be as mellifluous and expansive in my terminology as possible, right? I probably should have picked smaller words to say that. Anyway, moving on.
I like how you realized it before any of us
before we could say it. Real quick. Hi, Hammer. How you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing, Monkey?
Oh, man. I was having a rough night, and then I got on with these guys, and I'm in a really good mood now.
Glad to hear it. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
It's amazing. With these
hey,
guys.
Hammer. What's going on, man? Been a while?
Yeah, it's been a while. I wanted to jump in on the conversation about non-binary lesbians. You all, yeah, I know. You all know who Claudia Brown is, right?
Sure. Ranting feminist.
Right. Yeah, ranting feminist. I had a big, long discussion with her because she's one of the few people who are hard left who will actually talk to me because I think I've convinced her that I'm pretty centrist. So she doesn't consider me, right-wing scum like she does everybody else. And we had a long discussion about this. And I think I have kind of a handle from what she has told me about how this all works. And I don't really think it's that complicated. From what she's told me, from what I understand, there's three separate things here. There is gender, there is sexuality, and there is sex. Three separate entities. Gender and gender expression is how you feel about you. So if you are, regardless of what you are, if you feel like something else, then that's what you feel. So if you're a woman, or I will say a female, and you feel that you are a man, then you believe you are a man, you act like a man, you want to be treated like a man. That's gender. Sexuality is what you want to have sex with. Gender is usually based on, gender is based on how you feel. Sexuality is binary. You're either going after a male or a female.
Or
and
both.
You can be or both. Yeah, you can be bisexual. But how you feel about yourself is separate from what you want to have sex with. So
sure.
They recognize, just because you're non-binary doesn't mean that you don't recognize that binary exists.
No, but if you're non-binary, you're saying you're not male, you're not female, because that's the binary.
Feel
you
like
don't
a
feel
man,
it,
you don't feel like a woman.
Yes. Whether your sexuality is based on your sex.
Correct.
That's if you're straight, that means you're either a man having sex with a woman or a woman having sex with a man.
Right.
And that is based on your sex. It doesn't matter whether you're binary or not. So if you call yourself non-binary, that's fine. But you're telling me you don't feel like a woman, that I'm not a woman. They'll even tell you, I'm not a woman. I'm not a man. They will say those words and then say, I'm a lesbian. No, I'm not
like a man. I don't feel like a woman. Right.
I'm not a man. I'm not a woman.
So they're not multi-classing like the bisexuals.
Bisexuals multi-class.
Yeah.
Back in a second. I got to flip my laundry.
Sure. I get what you're saying, and I've heard this argument before. I don't buy into it. One, I don't believe in non-binary. I think it's nonsense.
Right.
And if you tell me that you are trans, if you're trans, you're a trans woman, not fake trans woman, Riley, but you're actually a trans woman, and you want to have sex with a woman, and you say you're a lesbian, okay, I can grant you that. But if you tell me I'm neither man nor woman, and I'm a lesbian, like, back it up, you missed.
I don't know how trans fits into this. You can be non-binary and have nothing to do with being trans. I can be non-binary.
Because as I said, I don't believe in non-binary. And so it comes down to whether you're a man or a woman. And
if you put your suspension of disbelief aside and just say, okay, well, they say they feel this way. And you just say, okay, well, for example, we'll let that part be true. Once true, does everything else make sense to you?
No, because I can't suspend my disbelief for this. We're not talking about fiction here. We're talking about real life.
Yeah, but we're talking from an older perspective. These are younger people that have been indoctrinated to believe a different way.
I'm speaking from the oldest perspective. I'm older than everybody here.
I know. I get what you're saying, but I'm saying what me and Monkey had been arguing earlier is coming from a different way of thinking than what these younger non-binary people are talking from. Their lived experience, if you will, from the education system has maybe opened their mind to less linguistic rigidity.
No, my problem here is that I find it to be what's the word I'm looking for?
Attention-seeking crap?
Well, that's part of it. No, indulging delusion.
Do you not believe in all the other ones, like Two-Spirit and all that stuff doesn't work either?
No.
Okay. All right.
I don't believe in that shit at all. I think it's all stuff that's been made up to make them feel special. That's why you can't be bi. You have to be, what is it, pan? I'm pansexual. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Oh well,
I'll tell you what it means. It means
it
means that genitals don't matter to you. So what it really is bisexual.
It's bisexual,
but they're including trans as a separate entity. You see,
which is still only bisexual. There's two sexes.
I know, but they're including trans as a separate thing, which is irritating.
Hang on,
as we all know, trans is a state of transitioning, not a state of your sex.
I get a little animated on that one because I get a lot of shit from people. No, pan is real. Like, no, it's really fucking not.
Well,
it's
pans are real. I mean, you can cook things in them.
Yes. I'm gonna slap you. Bear, I love you.
I love you too, darling.
I guess it's just another word for bisexual.
It is, but it's I'm special is what it is, and that's what all this crap is. I'm special. That's why I say it's the emo of today. It's almost exclusively kids.
Well, is it possible to be a man and feel like you're a woman? Is that possible?
Sure. If you're talking gender dysphoria.
Okay. So
thank you. Hang on 1 second.
Good.
Thank you, ex Bubba Hotep. Monkey, you are upsetting my headmate.
That's what I was laughing at. That was good. I haven't heard of headmates in a good while. That was a nice throwback.
No, I do believe gender dysphoria is a real thing. It's been documented for ages. But we have a whole bunch of people now running around like, I'm going to wear a blouse today because I feel like a woman. Like, do you really, or do you just want the attention from running around wearing a blouse instead of a shirt that a normal man would be wearing? Oh God, I can't suspend my disbelief on this, Hammer. It's just because this is real life.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then. If a person has gender dysphoria, can they be non-binary then?
No. No, because gender dysphoria, by its definition, is feeling like you're in the wrong body. You feel like you're a man when you were born a woman, or you feel like a woman when you were born a man. It's not. I feel like I'm neither. That has only come along in the last few years. That is just some nonsense that people made up because they're like, no, I don't really want to cut off my dick.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't believe in this shit. And it really pisses me off because gender dysphoria is a horrible thing that people deal with. It is horrible. It causes the attempted suicide rate of
40% prior and after.
41%. Do you know what it is among the general population? Between 4 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
This is a mental disease, and people running around dressing up and playing pretend because they want attention would be the same as somebody who can walk riding in a wheelchair. I mean, look how crippled I am. No,
wheelchair gender.
Oh, and there's people who do that too. So fuck them too. But that's current society. Real quick, I'm sorry. Over on Streamlabs, James Colley, thank you so much. This younger generation use a 3-step checklist to see if they want to take it up the ass. Almost got it. Oh my god.
Before Monkey carries on, there's 183 people watching, only 69 likes. Now, as much as I appreciate the number 69, guys, I think we can do fucking better than that. Let's get above 100 likes sharpish, shall we? Otherwise, I'm going to send Diane Abbott round your house in the middle of the night, and you don't want that.
No, and I'm sorry. I'm getting so, and I'm not mad at you, Hammer. I'm mad at this stuff.
I know. I know what you sound like when you're angry with somebody.
Yeah, because it's not
usually me. He's having to go out when he's angry.
Actually, Polly, man. Me and Polly get into it. What? It's true. Don't. But
well, it's only when you're wrong in the way that only you can be.
Wow, that was backhanded even as an insult.
Oh wow,
it's like he's asking for it.
That was really dirty, that
wasn't it?
Yeah,
and that's why Polly's here. No, I do find it quite disgusting that people are taking advantage of that, and it's gotten so bad that, like I said, with somebody who's actually trans, Contra, who fights for that cause, gets run off by somebody like, no, I'm nothing. And then, God, I did the dumbest thing. I went and actually looked at some of the profiles from some of these endies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. God. It just cries out, my mother never loved me.
Look, daddy hugs are the most important thing to children.
They seem to be.
Children hug them occasionally, and they won't grow up to be complete lunatics.
You know what I did notice though? Most of the non-binaries I saw there, I'm using air quotes. They were women transitioning to men. I didn't see very many men presenting as women there. It was all fat, ugly women who were like wearing men's clothes. And no, I'm non-binary. Like, no, you just have bad taste in clothes and you need to go jogging.
I'm a fluffy, unique individual snowflake.
Oh,
I know. I just can't say that I know how someone else feels. It's like trying to say, well, yes, no, God exists. How can I possibly know that? Or God doesn't exist. How can I possibly know that? So how can I possibly say what they feel? Maybe they feel something I've never experienced before. I have no idea about.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Polly. I remember growing up and watching these emo kids.
Polly.
I'm sorry. God damn it. I'm just
I
used to
understand.
arguing.
You got Polly on the brain. It's fine.
I'm used to arguing with you.
The one time Polly.
It's just habit. I'm calling everybody Polly tonight. Jesus
Whenever
fuck.
anyone's being really obstinate, I can't make them see the clear truth. I just assume it's Polly.
Whosoever wields this hammer shall have the power of Polly.
Indeed.
Of the otter.
Yeah.
Power of the otter.
You need an otter for a pitcher team. Get on it.
Every generation that has their little kids who are special and different. And I saw this really, really bad with the emo kids. Like, you don't understand. You don't know how I feel. Like they literally have some set of feelings that never existed before. And I just don't buy it. You can say, yeah, you don't know. You know, you're right. I am not actually inside their head, but I can take an educated guess. Chuckles, thank you so much for the donation with no message there. I appreciate it.
If I may.
Oh, of course.
Insert myself into the conversation. Thank you ever so much, darling.
I
do not. I guess I don't want to completely dismiss their own experiences. I suppose it's when they can. Well, I know you will, but it's when they compare themselves to trans people and they're not trans. Like every single non-binary person I've ever seen or heard on a YouTube video will refer to themselves as transgender when they aren't trans because they are not suffering from gender dysphoria. And I take massive issue with that because it's a personal thing to me. As you guys know, I have a sibling who's trans, and that is a massive fucking debilitating mental disorder that can almost not be kind of dealt with. The suicide rate is what 40% before and after the actual transitioning period. Yeah. Like if they want to feel that way, okay, whatever. I don't really care. But I can just make fun of them because I think it's still ridiculous. But it's like what's that ginger prick's name? Mike fucking Rowlands, for example. Like
hold that thought real quick. Thank you. It says Snubble over here on the super chat or on the Streamlabs. It says I've been called asexual for being essentially a virgin. Shortly after, I am then called an incel. Also, I can't send you super chats for some reason. I don't know why I can't send super chats, but thank you for doing it over here. And yeah, I'm not surprised you're called an incel for being a male virgin. That's where people run to. I'm sorry, you were saying Michael Rowlands, chicken fucker.
Well, yeah, the chicken fucker. He just one day he's making videos and calling everyone a transphobe. The next day he's wearing a skirt and has green fucking fingernails. You know, it's it doesn't make sense to me. You know, like where did this come from? Why is he suddenly doing this? What happened for him to suddenly decide that? You know, and the only way I can rationalize it in my head is that he just decided that he wanted to have some extra oppression points. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get you. I get you completely. Oh, Polly, where'd you go?
You lost Polly. There he is.
What'd you do?
I just wanted to change positions on the screen.
Yeah. No, I have like 7 or 8 windows open right now, and I was trying to close a notepad, a sticky pad, and I hit the wrong X. I hit the X for the fucking Hangout.
I have done that so many fucking times in my life.
That's why I keep multiple tabs open, because then they'll ask you if you want to close all tabs. You'll be like, oh crap.
Otter down. I've got a meme for that.
Of course you do.
I do. It's
I know.
Hilarious. Hold on. I'll get it whilst the conversation.
Well, actually, you gentlemen, Jack, you're in charge for a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Ryan said, lost in outer space.
He never puts me in charge.
Yeah, I'm shocked by that, too. Because
I would draw some serious conclusions from that.
You're European.
Oh, no, I'm British.
Yeah, even I know that's a no-no, man.
He's European for a few more months.
He only puts Americans in charge.
Well, that's not right.
No, it's not.
I'm the most experienced streamer here.
Yeah, but you work for the king.
He tells me he loves me, but he clearly doesn't. Like, if he loved me, he wouldn't do this to me.
Well, no, because this way he could fire me, and then you'll be in charge eventually.
I don't think that's ever going to happen. It's probably a good idea that he didn't put me in charge. I got a mad power trip, I'm sure.
You know, I cracked that joke on somebody at a conference one time because we were talking about the Revolutionary War, and they were from England. They were actually from London, and they were visiting the conference. And I start busting balls on We Run the Revolution, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he, you know, and he said, yeah, but think about it. The only ones that could beat us were us. And I was like,
hey,
because I
Hitler
didn't have an instant
Hitler.
comeback. Like he just, yeah, you know, it was such a, I had never heard anybody make that point before, so I didn't have an instant comeback, and I was like,
so
the French helped. That's all.
You Yanks always bring that up as like, we dicked you, haha, tea in the harbor and stuff. But you guys, you never see it from the perspective of the English people at the time, because you were able to do that, whereas the English people were not. How do you think the English people felt? You know, we don't forget we tried this shit in the golden age of piracy as well. You remember the island of Nassau, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was an attempt at independence. It obviously failed because they were dicked because the empire was still, you know, extremely powerful at the time and wasn't as stretched thin as it was later on. How did poor English people? How do you think they felt?
Well, we were kind of in the same boat. If it wasn't for the French, we'd still be colonies.
Yeah.
I think that
if it wasn't for, of all things,
well, I don't know about
French,
that.
The Battle of Yorktown wouldn't, like, and that Yorktown, that wouldn't have been a success, and that was like the one that left His Majesty's forces at the time so depleted that there was no chance, and Lord North's government fell. I mean, and that was really French naval power that allowed it to happen. It wouldn't have been an American victory, just the colonists fighting. It wouldn't have happened. Look, I don't know about the rest of it because it gets ahistorical, and the further you get away from what actually happened, the more guesswork it is and becomes fiction. But I can tell you the Battle of Yorktown would not have been a success without the French, and that was the big turning point of the war where everything changed from that point on. So
look, your so-called colonialist history aside,
not that it's literally that or anything.
That's just your truth you're speaking. The truth is that the British people were shocked from all that tea we threw away, and they were weakened by that because they didn't have their tea times. And we still had coffee, so we were all jazzed up on caffeine, and they were all like, "Oh, that poor tea, it's just down there all alone and we can't get to it."
What have you done?
Yeah, it was a monstrous act committed by some Indians posing as people posing as Indians. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Well, let me draw, since we're on the Revolutionary War, it's one of my favorite subjects in history. Let me draw some parallels to Brexit, if I could.
Oh, we're on Brexit?
Really? And trying to draw some
Brexit?
I'm sorry?
The Revolutionary War to Brexit? That's
correct.
Okay.
Let me draw some parallels here.
Let's go back further. Non-binary to Brexit. That's where we've moved.
Well, no. See, the colonialists were the non-binaries separating themselves from.
There's a number of really good history books that are like the new history of the Revolutionary War has really been written since like the 50s. That's where the best stuff really has been written. And there's a number of really good stuff coming out of Oxford University Press, where it's the American War for Independence, as it so often gets called in the UK, from a British perspective. Like, great fucking histories, because you don't get a lot of that. It was the Revolutionary War happened because of Parliament, not because of anything else. It was heavy-handedness on Parliament's part that led to the colonists doing a lot of the things that they did. Heavy-handed, distant, centralized government attempting to treat people that are far out and currently under their involved with financially. That's really the way that it was with the colonies. It was about money and the transfer of money. You're going to get money through trade, not through taxation. It's short-sighted and stupid to attempt to hit up a far-off trading partner with endless monies for the future because you think you're going to get cut off eventually. Looking at you, Brussels. Looking at you. Did you want a ongoing trading partner? Where's the financial center of Europe? London.
Yeah, it is.
That's where the trading center is. That's where the money's at. And that's what they're afraid of letting slip through their grasp. And they talk about it. It's not like this is some individual discernment of mine. No, they absolutely say it. Learn from Lord North's government and how they treated the colonies. And being a heavy-handed prick as, what's his name? Head of the Brexit party.
Nigel Farage?
Nigel Farage said he actually stood in Brussels and called it gangsterism, what you're doing. Attempting to, well, if you're going to leave, here's all the money you owe us. Not just for the projects that you signed on for, but all of the projects that we fancied doing. You know what I mean?
Really smart comparison, actually. Yeah, you are very.
You know
correct.
what I mean? It's like learn from that, because you make people so angry that they end up taking a more hardline position than they ever would have when they would have been willing to trade with you otherwise, because all they wanted was their independency that they had before all of this started.
And with the EU, it's far less about money and much more about the great European project.
See what I'm saying?
But
like they get their
use
projects
money
in their mind, and they've got their great infrastructures in their mind, and they want centralized control in their mind. And it's like, think longer term than that instead of short term keeping your grip on things, because that will cost you more.
What we need the Brits to do is dress up like Vikings and throw a bunch of sauerkraut into the river, into the town.
Well, we get a bit salty because the Vikings also tried to dick us several times.
Yeah, just like the Indians tried to do to us. That's why you're framing them, dude.
I think the Vikings were a little bit more successful fighting us than what the Indians were fighting you, weren't they?
Well, details.
But the EU is they use that money. You owe us this, you owe us that. Gibbs. But it's far less about money and much more about that centralized control, that disrespect for the nation, for individual nation states. Much more about that flag and that kind of. I don't even want to go as far as to say it's an ideology, but it kind of is. They have such a disrespect for America, which pisses me off because America's our greatest ally, and they're really antagonistic of Russia too, and that's not good. And ain't fucking good. Stop it. You know what I mean? Like everyone who dares criticize them for that is suddenly a Russian agent or a friend of Putin. Fuck off. That's what I just wanted to say. Like, you guys can carry on if you want.
so we were talking about non-binaries, I believe.
Non-binary Europe.
I just saw a fucking article that's annoying me.
Uh-oh.
Menu items named after Lock Her Up sparks controversy.
Is this Chick-fil-A? Because that'd be hilarious.
No, it's actually Urban Taqueria? I don't know how you say that. I'm not Mexican. A new restaurant in New Mexico has sparked controversy over menu items named after popular phrases used by President Trump. Urban Taqueria, whatever you say, located in Albuquerque, is the talk of the town after some of the customers complained about the use of terms like the wall, the immigrant, and lock her up on its menu.
I'd buy something called the immigrant from a Mexican restaurant.
The immigrant, let's see. You can actually see the menu here. I don't see lock her up on the menu board that they show here. But the immigrant is vegan, organic green chili, fried potatoes.
What?
That's what it's made of. But this
hungry now.
One of the customers, this is what they said. It seems fun. It seems like you can make fun of this and maybe make it lighthearted, but you really can't. You're offending a whole community. Hang on, it gets worse. It's normalizing the terms and potentially turning them into something funny or humorous terms. And the more you do that, the more likely people are to repeat them and perhaps forget the context in which they were used.
This guy's on the right. No humor. Like everybody else on the right. No sense of humor.
The restaurant owner, Hanif Muhammad, who is an immigrant, said the terms on the menu are all in fun. If anything, he says he hopes they spark conversation. 99% of the people who walk in, more than 99%, don't seem to have an issue with it. The menu's not designed to insult or hurt people. It's just meant to keep the conversation going as to what's happening around us.
No, this dude, Mohammed, is a genius because he's going to get all the controversy, and that means tons of people are going to go support him.
Yep, exactly. Where is it located?
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, not many right-wing people down there.
There's a New York Post article about it.
Left-wing, that is. Sorry.
He's getting lots of free press over that. Yeah.
If this guy's not a citizen, he should be granted it for his capitalistic stance on this.
Absolutely.
This is brilliant. I totally want to go to this restaurant now and order one of each.
Well, I'm not sure I'd order very much because their menu looks disgusting.
Well, it's Mexican food, so.
Well, you can get I'm sure you get the standards tacos and burritos and stuff like that, right?
Well, they have the EBLT, the Cuban sandwich, the Cuban Mexicana. So I mean, there's a couple of sandwiches there. The tacos are the Libertarian, the Immigrant, Fake News, the Democrats, the Bar, the Mueller, and the House. But none of those is like a regular American taco. These are like weird.
What's the fake news? What is that made out of?
The fake news is grilled chicken, chipotle arbol. I can't read that very well, and chipotle mayo.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good. Is the Mueller like some really old food they had laying around that they forgot about?
Shrimp tostada, avocado salsa. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah. That's seafood go well together.
They fucking outsourced. Popular vote, the Republican, bad hombre, WikiLeaks, credible sources, the 505, crazy taco, and executive privilege.
Jesus.
Do they call their bathrooms server room 1 and server room 2?
The ice cream comes in 1 or 2 scoops. Well played, sir. Well played indeed. I hope he makes a mint off of that shit. Like,
I'm surprised no one thought of this before.
Probably too afraid they'll get shut down by people whining about it. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, Argus has a good one. Is there a repeal the 19th? That should be their kids' meal.
Look, we don't advocate repealing the 19th around here.
Ooh.
We advocate amending the 19th.
Mark says General Tso's light on the dried chilies. I has an ulcer. If I had an ulcer and so I had to avoid like acidic foods because I love citrus stuff so much, OJ and limes and hot pepper food and stuff, I don't know what the fuck I'd do, man. It would be just such an alteration in the way I eat, like so drastically. You'd be somebody who's like really into salty food going, okay, you've got extremely high blood pressure. You need to lower your sodium intake. What the fuck do they do with themselves?
This may be my favorite thing I've seen all day. Oh, hang on, Polly. Let me share your screen real quick. Otter down.
I mean, come on, look at this. This otter legit looks concerned for his fallen comrade somehow, and this guy legitimately looks like he's screaming from a chest wound. I don't get it. It's great.
I think the one on top looks like bitch, get up.
Zombie Teddy makes a good point. The fake news one isn't fake meat vegan crap. It should be it should be called the fake news burger, and it's really just a boca.
All right, here's the one I saw, and I think this is funny as shit. California's banning all the words with the prefix "man" in them, so this is now called the bitch biscuit.
The bitch biscuit.
Bitch biscuit.
And it's not all of California, wasn't it? Just San Francisco.
Saving Polly Ryan.
Well done, Pete. Well done. That was good. Look, you know what? To kind of reorient the discussion, but not drastically, if that's okay, Monkey.
Reorient. Are we talking about non-binaries again?
No.
Oh.
That would be deorienting. You see, non-binaries. It would. Okay. So there's a lot of Dragon Ball Z fans here, I'm sure.
Oh my God, I was thinking it and you went straight there. I'm so glad you did.
Okay, Bear, you're a DBZ fan and you're here. This is good. So you hear all this stuff going on with Vic Mignogna and all of the voice actors and all the trash that they're doing and all this stuff.
Yes, sir.
How does that make you think, if anything at all, about what you've been listening to? Can you completely separate art and artist, or does it bug you on some level? Maybe a little. Yeah. What's your call there?
Well, as we know, Vic Mignogna or Vic Mignogna, however you want to pronounce it, I don't really know.
Sure.
He was he got dicked on 2 levels, as we know, and he was fired for a joke. And he obviously was jumped on and Me Too'd for various allegations of being a sex pest, which, of course, none of which have been proven. And then, obviously, all the voice actors, Chris Sabat, who my kids have met in real life, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll tell you about that in a second. Obviously, Sean Schemmel and Monica Rial and stuff, they were all found to be contradictory, hypocrites, because they were obviously they made those clips, and those clips were full to the brim full of homophobic, transphobic, and gay jokes and stuff like that. Oh, you have a super chat there, Monkey.
Thank you, James Colley. Tag me in on this one, please. James, ask me sooner. We're going to be wrapping up here. We are almost at the 3-hour mark. We're only going to go 15 minutes more, and then we're ending this one.
Now, obviously, all the voice actors are defending themselves from these new exposed, because I do know there's more exposed videos that have come out, especially about Chris Sabat. That they're defending themselves by saying, oh, Vic is literally a fucking sex pest and stuff like that, and you're calling us all hypocrites and stuff. Obviously, that doesn't take away from it, but it really makes me angry. And I was getting really fucking mad in the car this morning about it, actually, because I play like a music playlist through the YouTube app through to my speakers in my car, and it was like a song by 94 Stones, and it was the Super Saiyan 3 track, and I was like, my kids have met Chris Sabat, and he also made a little video for them as well, and I have his autograph in my office. And I was like, that guy is a prick. Like, do you know how many anime he's in? A lot.
Oh,
he's
fuck
in a fucking lot of anime. He's done so much, it's ridiculous. Probably more than anyone else. It fucking makes me mad. It really fucking does. Because they're so cliquey.
Yeah,
they really are. Yeah. They will defend each other.
And it looks like a lot of it is because he's controlling the recording studio, therefore has a hell of a lot of influence over fundamental, et cetera, et cetera. Like, it looks like the worst kind of cronyism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And that pisses me off even more because, budding, new, talented voice actors can't enter that sphere because those fuckers are in every anime. Like, it's gone to obviously I've been watching tons and tons of anime in recent months, and I can hear it now. They dominate so many fucking different ones, and it pisses me off. And they're getting away with it. All what's happening is they're getting like dogpiled on Twitter, and that's it. Like, where's the consequences for these actions? Why aren't the SJW mob jumping on them for those clips? Like, why is there such a gigantic fucking double standard?
And because they have no principles. Like,
excuse me. Point of personal privilege.
It was worth it. Because it drives me nuts to hear these, because a woman's body is sovereign. A woman has a right to do anything. Jamie Markey's whole little independency speech and I am woman, hear me roar type thing, standing up as an authentic victim, remembering, of course, her entire victim narrative is, I had my hair pulled from the back and Vic Mignogna said something sexual that she can't recall in my ear 10 years ago. That is her victim story. It's that a woman is not here to be sexualized. Her body is not your property, et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, okay, let's take all of this as factually true just for the time being. Why are you not more angry at the stories? Why aren't you on some listen and believe shit about the women, more than one, that are now accusing Chris Sabat of the same thing on some casting couch shit of all things, not just getting handsy and saying, completely inappropriate things in an inappropriate place.
So this is a cat,
like happened to you.
Yeah,
something that happened a long time ago that has no proof, that no one can corroborate.
Right. It just
same thing.
So what kills me about it is like so the entire time that you were talking about this and bringing up a woman's body is sovereign and all of these other arguments, those were all just talking points. Those were all just things to forward your own personal interests, and you didn't really give a fuck about any of those things. Because now when an extremely similar situation comes up, similar in that you should be making similar arguments on this woman's behalf, you either fall deathly silent or take Chris Sabat's side, the alleged sexual accuser.
Well, and then they've also got the hypocrisy with Funimation saying that they don't put up with the atmosphere like this, and then all those audio recordings come out of them making sexualization of the characters using sound effects and editing and all that.
So and I hear you, and I mean we could go through the whole thing about the hypocrisy of all of that. I'm wondering what it comes down to with because in Comicsgate we've been dealing with this for a hot minute now, where it's like the people that are behind some of our favorite creations turn out to be a bunch of fucking pricks. And
hang on 1 second. James Colley, thank you. Women aren't property? Then explain BDSM.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Scribe.
I'll show you real quick the thing that spawned this conversation with me here. Because they're a monkey, shirt's green. Captain America number 13. I love this cover. That's some, like, Jack, look at that.
Yeah, it's well done.
Yeah, I think that's Patch Zerker, I think. But this is Ta-Nehisi Coates still writing Captain America. This is the story of Steve, part 1. It's like this is the kind of thing that I would buy for the cover. You know what I'm talking about, Jack. You're in a comic book store and it's like, oh, dude, Captain America wanted for murder, and you see Steve Rogers in the front trying to be on the DL there. This is great, but you know it's Ta-Nehisi Coates, so everything in it. And I've read the 12 preceding issues of this. It's just crap. Like it's him venting on America over and over and over again, and using his word skills to have Steve Rogers be a mouthpiece for how tarnished and awful America is to the core. And I can't, I don't know.
If I just quickly insert something there for you, Polly, because you mentioned about the 10-year argument that was used.
Yeah.
They also used, like, Chris Sabat and fucking Monica Rial and Jamie Marchi, or however you pronounce her surname, were using that as an argument to defend themselves on those clips.
Yeah, I know. It was from I hear you. It was from a long time ago, but wait a minute. The stories you guys are talking about go back further than 10 years. They go back 12, 15 years to things. It's like, but that's just how long he's been at it. So you have no principles. This is just a talking point.
Yeah.
The length of time doesn't matter. When it's about you, it's because of, well, that's old shit. Who cares? When it's about somebody else, it's evidence to how long it's been going on for.
Mm-hmm. Did you think it was jealousy, or they just didn't like the guy just generally, or do you think, like, because he was like a Christian or something, they had major issues with that, or what? Like,
they absolutely did have. I don't know to what extent him being really into Christianity played into it. Like, but it was part of the problem, because they are there complaining about it and bitching about it multiple times. I think it was more of an annoyance thing from what I gather, because, you know, they'll sell, you've been to cons. They sell CDs of them doing their various characters, and they do live reads on the panels, you know, and Vic Mignogna had, like, his live read of the Gospel of John there on sale along with all of his character shit. That was part of the shit that he sold. And it's like, this guy's always bringing his religion in and blah, blah, blah. And he'd have prayer groups at cons, and that drove them fucking crazy. And it was a factor.
I don't get why that would drive them mad. Like,
well, that Sabat guy, his dad was real religious, and according to rumor, he resented the fact that Mignogna was religious because it reminded him of his overbearing father.
That's pretty rough. Sabat has daddy issues.
That's what they're speculating on the internet.
Okay.
I laugh, but I've got, like, daddy issues as well. Like,
to the point where you're going to try and destroy another man's life.
I'd never try to destroy someone else's life.
All I know is that sometimes it costs you an extra $20 for her to call you daddy. That's all I know.
Well, I mean, I'd pay it. Like,
yeah, right.
The guy I get the least in all of this is Sabat. Like you said,
oh God,
he's all over anime, owns his own studio, has big influence at Funimation. Why are you fucking around? You're successful as fuck. I can understand Monica Rial and Jamie Marchi wanting to get better and do better. Let's get this one guy out of our way, sort of thing. But Sabat, the fuck's your story?
I was corrected in chat. That was Sean Schemmel.
Jack there, he said, it costs you $20 extra to be called daddy. And your next sentence started with, the guy I get. I was like, oh no. Oh no.
I totally missed that.
I'm glad you took it somewhere else, because I was not ready for you to finish that sentence the way I thought you were.
I don't get people that are wildly successful in their own right, but then carry on like this. It blows my mind.
Yeah, Chris Sabat is in so many fucking anime. It's not even funny, really. You know, it's not amusing for somebody who watches dubbed anime. I'm like, why the fuck is he in every fucking anime that I watch?
I'm more interested in this casting couch thing, because is it like a special reinforced couch? Because I've seen some of these voice actors. They're not that skinny.
James Colley, thank you so much. The voice of Vegeta has daddy issues? That's ironic as hell.
Yeah, it is.
There's some inside baseball. I don't get that at all. I'm assuming that Vegeta, the character, has daddy issues.
Yeah, he kind of does. You know, I wouldn't say strictly daddy issues as such. He has his Saiyan pride, and you know, his dad was obviously, you know, very unempathetic and very much. His dad had pride in him, but it wasn't, you know, like a proper relationship because of how their society was. You know, it's a warrior society, and they didn't really show love towards their kid. They sent their kids off in pods to go conquer other planets, for fuck's sake. So, you know.
Gentlemen, I am sorry. I got to bring this sausage fest to a close. I'm falling asleep. I really am.
Don't be an elitist, Dookie. It's a problem with the anime community. Fucking too many elitists. Sorry, please continue.
No, I'm with you. Elitists suck. Fuck them. They shouldn't be allowed to do anything.
Gas.
Shouldn't be allowed to join the rest of us. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. I mean, you guys have hung with us. We're at 2:55. I can't believe you guys listen to this shit for that long. But I love you for it. I really do. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you supporting not just me, but the guys on the dais. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you so much. You're very, very generous. And with that, we'll start with Hammer. Anything you want to pimp out today?
I'll go ahead and chill Minions of the Zoo. We have a show every night of the week, 7 days at 11:30 p.m. Minions of the Zoo. Those are my guys.
All right. And Polly, you're up next. Anything you'd like to shill today?
Just my channel over. You can find me at /polydub on YouTube. Where we do comic book curation every week and all sorts of little videos in between. I have 2 edited ones on the way, and I swear I'm going to finish that next live read really quick. I, believe it or not, re-recorded it for a 3rd time because I just didn't like the second record. I know. Anyway, it's tough to do a demon like Screw Tape properly. I feel that he really needs to get the energy in. Anyway, I also want to thank everybody. Prospero, Cryptic, Martin, James Colley, X Bubba Hotep. I feel bad starting to name people because there's so many people that donate. Terry DeMonis, Evolved Potato, everybody. You guys have been extremely generous, and it is deeply appreciated. It honestly is. I am without words. Take that as a sign of how appreciative I am. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Bear.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, your fucking name is messing with me, man.
Just call me Alex, dude. Just fucking get used to it.
No, I'm not calling you Alex.
My name, you fuck.
No.
Don't tell me no, you whore.
Alex Bear, is there anything you'd like to shill today?
Yeah, I just quickly like to say thank you to everybody who've chosen to support their favorite content creators by throwing money at Ranting Monkey and the gentleman on the dais. Thank you to everybody who really went out of their way and just emptied their wallet and just were just throwing all the dollars at Bloodwing the other night and actually keeping him not just on the internet, but under a fucking roof. You guys are amazing for that. That shit was fucking crazy. We hit that goal, inside an hour and 7 minutes, which was fucking amazing.
Very amazing, yes.
So yeah, again, guys, you're all fucking awesome, and you not only should you subscribe to Bloodwing, but you should subscribe to yourselves. Treat yourself, guys. Treat yourselves. I've just thrown my Twitter link. I don't really use R8 Bear anymore. Go follow me on R8 Alex. That's where I do everything. And there is a post that I made on the R8 Alex channel yesterday. I'm running a competition. A Lord Bear art competition that I'd like people to get involved in. And it's basically to design a coat of arms for Lord Bear. And of course, whoever wins it will have that particular piece of art and whatever they want to shill permanently in Lord Bear videos from that point forward. And you can go check out the announcements at that link there in the chat.
All right. You do that under irate bear after you just told everybody you don't use irate bear anymore.
Well, no, I don't use irate bear Twitter.
There's irate bear trying to confuse all of us.
You know what I found out the other day really quick on the irate bear, irate Alex thing? I could have sworn to God that I followed irate Alex on Twitter. And then he tries sending me a link to Breakfast with Bear. And of course, not only do I not follow him, he doesn't follow me. Hey, guys, go follow irate Alex. Even if you think you do. Double check.
I keep getting unsubscribed.
Really?
Yeah. I get unsubscribed from like half a dozen people on a regular basis. I got to keep going back and checking.
Just happened to me the other day. I sent out a tweet about it that I've never been unsubscribed ever until 2 days ago. I got unsubscribed from Blair, of all people.
Huh.
Carla says she always feels so left out at the end. Well, don't feel left out, Carla. Feel better. Hugs.
And thank you, Carla. Greatly appreciated all of your generosity. Everybody, God, you guys, just fuck. I lose my cast.
Irate Alex, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Jack.
I'll give you a follow back as well.
Yes.
These jackasses will shut up. Is there anything you'd like?
I just want to thank everyone for the generosity today, not just for myself, but for everybody else. And we really, really do appreciate it. It keeps our channels going. And like, share, subscribe, all that. And Monkey's got a Patreon, and P-Dog Knight's probably going to go live later today.
Yeah, he'll be live at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Hey, I got the AM PM right. Oh shit! Hang on. I'm so sorry.
Sadistic Atheist makes a fantastic point. Yeah, don't make the mistake of subbing to I Am Alex. that guy's a fucking retard. He really is.
Yeah, just follow the link there. It's Friday, so we're on Scribe's channel tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern time for Lords of the Night. And then we should have a game stream over on 2 Cents Plus playing some more. I think we're playing No Man's Sky. I'm not sure. But come check those out. Make sure you subscribe and follow all of these gentlemen. The only one you might have trouble with is Hammer, where he told you that is Minions of the Zoo. It's a channel. Look for the channel name. Yeah, so follow everybody. Chat, thank you guys for your generosity and for showing up. Hammer, Polly, fuck you, Bear. That fucking name is messing with me. So try this again. Thank you, Hammer, Polly, Bear. God damn it. One more time. Thank you, Hammer, Polly, Bear, and Jack for joining me. Everybody, have a wonderful Friday, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
Bear, your fucking name is messing with me.
Oh, shut your face.